State Champs Sports Network is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. Visit ltu.edu today. State Champs Game Time Live is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza, home of the original flavored crust pizza. State Champs Game Time Live is also brought to you by Reaction Technologies. Up your game. Go to reactiontechnologies.com for more information. The Construction Association of Michigan, the voice of the construction industry in Michigan. Alta Equipment, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider, proudly representing the industry's top brands. Get the right equipment for your project every time with Alta Equipment. And the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Well, welcome inside Panther Stadium here at River Rouge High School for Game Time Live on State Champs and our friends at Local 4+. Well, we are in for a cross-state matchup tonight. That's right, East versus West, as the Sailors of Muskegon Mona Shores have made their way here to take on the Panthers of River Rouge. Two heavy-hitting offenses on both sides, led by senior quarterbacks also on both sides. And with that, I'm going to send it over to the guys and Sean Belegian and Grant Perry.
Thank you, Kara. Always a pleasure, along with my broadcast partner, Grant Perry. My name is Sean Belegian, and Grant, let's get right to it. Two quarterbacks going to be the focal point tonight. Let's start with the home team and their fine quarterback, Mr. Mikhail McDowell.
Yeah, an experienced quarterback, 3 years as a starter, has been around the program since a young kid, really understands what it takes to win. This guy has been in big games, knows what it takes, and he's going to look to get other people involved early on.
Muskegon Mona Shores, they've got a pretty dynamic quarterback themselves. Tell us about Jonathan Pittman.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing about this kid is his work ethic. First one in, last one out type of mentality with this kid. Coming into this year, just under 3,000 yards passing on his career. Now, keep in mind, they're a triple option veer team, so that says a lot. But he does whatever is asked of him. Last week, it took 25 carries on the ground and over 100 yards rushing to get the win. This is a guy that you can only hope to contain. Probably won't stop him.
Well, the calendar says September 6th. It feels like mid-October, and we're not complaining one bit. Can't wait to bring you this game. Two unbeaten teams at 1-0, and we'll have the action for you right here on the State Champs Network and Local 4+.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients to craft the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's making this summer the summer of flavor. Try Hungry Howie's all-new Backyard Burger Pizza, or pick up a Pickle Bacon Ranch Pizza for a limited time only. Order a large for just $14.99 each.
Hungry Howie's!
At Alta Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Sonnebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alta Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
A high score.
A big win.
These things are impressive.
But it's what you don't see that counts.
The years of honing our skills.
The late nights and early mornings.
Pushing through even when it hurts.
The teamwork.
The dedication.
You don't see the hours of practice our team puts into winning games, but it pays off on the field.
And you don't see the years of practice our attorneys put into winning cases, but it pays off in the courtroom. The Detroit Lions.
And 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Winning for you.
Gardner White has extended our biggest Labor Day sale for one final Saturday. So this is for you, Detroit. Take an extra 25% off and no interest for 60 months and free same-day delivery. Plus, we lowered prices to save you more, like sofas slashed to $295. Just 2 days remain to get the biggest savings of the year. Don't overpay and don't miss the Gardner White Labor Day sale. Final Saturday 10 to 9.
State Champs Game Time Live is delivered by Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor.
And welcome into River Rouge, where we've got a dandy for you this evening. The host, River Rouge Panthers, welcoming in the Sailors from Muskegon Mona Shores. Good evening, everybody. So glad you could join us wherever you may be, right here on the State Champs Network and, of course, Local 4+, along with Carol Lyles down on the field. Grant Perry, my broadcast partner, former Brother Rice Warrior, Michigan Wolverine. My name is Sean Belegian. And, Grant, a lot of potential construction you can run into from Muskegon to Detroit, and that's why we're a little late tonight. Thank the good Lord they got here safely, but certainly some construction. We're kicking this off at about 7:20 tonight.
Hey, better late than never, right, is what they say. I hit some construction coming in myself. Glad that Mona Shores showed up here. In treat for a good one right now.
Yeah, two teams start the season the right way. Let's start with the home team, a 37-8 victory over Westland. John Glenn, a lot to like about this version of the River Rouge Panthers here in 2024.
Yeah, I mean, the story of the day is Mikhail McDowell, right? What he can do, what his experience brings to the table. And he's got some young athletes that are outside on the perimeter. They're coming up and helping, providing some sparks like William Hobbs, Justin Cummins, and Cartier Scott Wiley.
These are two teams that aren't afraid to play anybody anywhere, and that's why Muskegon Mona Shores made this long trip. They knocked off Grand Blanc just last week by a score of 28-6. And why don't we take a look at your keys to the game with the Sailors?
Yeah, with the Sailors. I mean, defensively, you got to be able to protect the pass. I mean, Mikhail McDowell has shown you through year after year that he can beat you in the air, but also you got to account for him on the run game as well. So keep eyes on that. Offensively, attack every inch of the field if you're Mona Shores. They do a great job of attacking horizontally, getting guys in space, creating mismatches horizontally. So find a way to get your guys in space and make it happen.
We'll pause for our national anthem. Well, perfect timing there. We got the first half of Grant Perry's keys to the game, and now we can look to the other side with the second half of Grant Perry's keys to the game.
So when you look at River Rouge defensively, you're going to have to read and react to your keys. You're going against a Muskegon Mona Shores offense that prides themselves in the triple option and the veer. It's an offense that takes a lot of discipline and teamwork to collaborate and try to stop. Offensively, if you're River Rouge, control the line of scrimmage. You right now have the advantage size-wise up front. Use that to your advantage. Get 2, 3, 4 yards of push every play, and you should find some success.
Such a great atmosphere here at River Rouge. I mean, I love it. The fans have been here for hours. I don't know if you guys saw some of the barbecue down there. I'm sure I'll talk about that. But let's check in with our own Kara Lyles. Kara?
Shores is on their stop number 6 road trip this season. Weeks 1 through 3, they're going to have traveled 1,034 miles. But Coach said they've really bought into this road warrior type of mentality. And that road warrior mentality really today. 30-ish minutes late getting here today. Said his guys are ready, and they're ready to get out there and have a great game against this Panther team, guys.
Thank you, Kara. Of course, the team's taken to the field right now. There you see the visitors coming from Muskegon Mona Shores. That Carolina blue, that is just a sweet-looking uni. Of course, those baby blue helmets, the baby blue numbers on the white jersey and the baby blue pants, and, of course, for River Rouge, that's just a classic look right there. All black, the white numbers, and that Panther purple. I just made that term up, Grant. I don't know if they call it the Panther purple, but that's what I'm rolling with for the helmets. But you are absolutely right. This should be a dandy. As we mentioned, both teams start the season the right way with victories. Once again, River Rouge knocked off Westland John Glenn by a score of 37-8. Mona Shores outlasted Grand Blanc by a score of 28-26. Some cool shadows falling down on the field, as you can see from our camera work right there, and we are seconds away from kicking this off. Where else are you going to get a view like that? You got the kicker view from John Kidd down on the field, Grant. That's fantastic.
The mayor of Downriver doing what he does best.
As you can see, River Rouge is going to kick this off, kick it towards the north. So glad you could join us wherever you may be. Thank you for inviting us into your tablets, your computers, your phones, whatever the case may be. And can't thank our friends at Local 4 WDIV and Local 4 Plus for being a part of the team this year. Something special about the Friday night lights here in the great state of Michigan. As we were talking about last week, Grant, I think it's been a secret for a while, but the secret is out. People know there's a heck of a lot of talent here, and you see people all over the nation recruiting the very fertile grounds of Michigan now.
Yeah, absolutely, and a guy to look out for on the defensive side of the ball for River Rouge here, the home team. Jordan Farrow, just it pops off on tape, and then you go and you give him a Google search and see he's committed to Toledo. Coach had great things to say about him. Just a really hard worker. Said he loves contact. Called him a contact craver. So excited to see what he can do today.
6'3", 275. The young man committed to Toledo, and of course River Rouge produced another great Toledo Rocket back, and later in the National Football League, I got a chance to call some of his games when he was down there, Mr. Chester Taylor. Chester Taylor was a dynamic running back, to say the very least. So we're about to kick this off, about 20 minutes late, but better late than never. Better to be safe than sorry. Glad that Mona Shores got here safely as well, as we are just seconds away from kicking this off. Both teams 1-0. Something's gotta and gonna give here tonight in River Rouge. We are underway. Line drive kick taken about the 12-yard line. Starting middle of the field, now trying to get to the edge outside to the 20. Push out of bounds just beyond the 20-yard line, and that is where this offense will start over. And as you mentioned, Grant, everything starts with number 3, Jonathan Pittman.
Yeah, everything revolves around Jonathan Pittman. Talking with Coach this week, saying that he's taken it on his shoulders here to become a vocal leader, become a guy that really rallies the troop. He's really grown into that leadership role. We know he can play ball, but now he's motivating the guys around him. That should only help him and his team's success going forward.
Look at those numbers last year. 26 total touchdowns, only 1 interception as well. Keep an eye on him. They start with 2 receivers split outside, 1 on the near side. Running back on his left hip. Just underway, man in motion from the far to the near. Inside handoff, a little space out past the 25, up to about the 29-yard line. Grant will give him 5. Good first down carry.
Yeah, great first down carry. Teams coming in games with scripted plays, right? Plays that they know that they can run with success, plays that they are comfortable with, and right there they go with their bread and butter right through the A-gap.
4 receiver set now, shotgun formation, clap the hand once, now look to the sideline. Stewart, the lone setback. Boy, he's a load, 6 foot 218. Pittman steps up to the line, barks out some signals, back to pass on second down, throws near side complete, 35-yard line, 40, 45, out past the 50 and finally pushed out of bounds. Didn't look like there was a lot on that play, Grant, but all of a sudden they are well into Panther territory down to the 45.
Really good play right there by the Sailors offense. Jonathan Pittman, you think he's going to hand it off, you think he's going to run. He throws a great ball here, and you checking out the Mona Shores offense, littered with guys that can play ball. The guy you just saw catch that pass, number 9, Micah Carafell, a guy that is going to be making plays today, throughout the rest of this game, and also on defense.
Sailors in business. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. They keep it on the ground. A little space over the right side again, out past the 45, up to about the 42-yard line. Give him 3. That's Stewart on the carry. As I mentioned, the junior, 6 foot 218.
A really good job there, and you'll check out the River Rouge defense here. We talked about Jordan Farrell, a guy that is committed to Toledo, a really good player for them, and a guy in the back end to keep an eye out for, Dejon Wilson, an active, big physical corner that also is a wrestler for this River Rouge Panther.
Boy, they've got some talent in their defensive backfield. That's going to be something to keep an eye on. Bunch formation trips far side. Run the option pitch. Stewart hit at the 40, and he isn't going anywhere. Good job by one of the interior linemen, Grant, just grabbing an ankle and not letting go. Needed a stop there, and so now the onus is going to be on this Sailor offense, to put it mildly.
Yeah, and the Sailor offense, they want to live in 3rd to 3 to 4. This 3rd and 5 kind of is pushing them outside of their comfort zone. Look for them to try to pick up some yards here, make it a 2-down situation on 4th.
Trip receivers near side, 1 far side. Once again, Pittman steps out, looks to the far sideline. Stewart stays in as the lone setback. 3rd and 5. Clock running, 9:50 to go here. First quarter, no score. Having a conversation with the deep back, and I think he's going to call a timeout. Hasn't called a timeout yet. The clock's still running. Now there's your timeout, okay? So timeout on the field, 9:34. They're going to talk about this. Grant, you're right. I think we're probably in 4-down territory right now, especially if you get, some positive yardage out of this. You might be looking at a 4-down territory type of situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And they feel comfortable with Jonathan Pittman throwing the ball as well, as you saw in that second play there to Micah Carafell. He's a guy that can throw it. But last week, like we said, 100 yards on the ground, 25 carries. I'd expect for him, 3rd down here, 4th down the next play, he's going to have the ball in his hands one of the 2 times, if not both.
See John Kidd down there getting a nice camera view again. So we mentioned this. Jordan Farrell going to Toledo. Craig Johnson, a Wayne State commit. Dejon Wilson, a defensive back, multiple D1 offers. Jaheim Richmond, a Wayne State commit. And Don Paul Keith is going to Western Illinois. The Leathernecks. I didn't make that up. They are really called the Leathernecks. Here we go. Big 3rd down here. 3rd and 5. Having a conversation now.
It looks like J.C. Torrens, number 12, is going to check in at quarterback as well. A little bit of a switch up here for the Mona Shores offense.
Interesting. J.C. Torrens, the sophomore, 6'1", 168. Stewart stays in as the lone setback. 1 receiver split far side, 2 near side on this 3rd and 5. 9:33 to go here, first quarter. Back to pass, flags fly. And that's going to go against Mona Shores. That's a huge penalty, Grant Perry.
Yeah, when you can get free penalty yards, as River Rouge, you're going to love that, and you're going to take that all day, especially with a team in Mona Shores that likes to run the ball, stay on the ground. So when you can get free yards going the opposite way for your defense, you'll take that all day.
Pittman checks back in on this 3rd and 10. In all likelihood, a passing down, but this is a team that can rip off some yardage in chunks. And if we're in 4-down territory, Who knows? So interesting call coming up here. Pittman, shotgun formation, 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Sends a man in motion far to near. Rolls near side, looks near side, looks like he wants to run. He's hit from behind at the 45, falls forward to about the 43-yard line. So decision time, Grant. This is going to be a 4th, and we're going to call it a long 7. Let's see what Mona Shores decides to do here.
Yeah, they're going to have to decide here. Looks like the offense is going to stay on the field there, but great play and great pursuit by the defensive end, number 33, Ronald Thomas, chasing that down from the backside, not giving up, making this a 4th down and 7 here for the Mona Shores offense.
Trip receivers far side, 1 near side. Here we go. He's going to pooch punt it. Nobody back. Pooch punt it inside the 10, inside the 5, and they're going to down it at the 2. Boy, even closer to the 1 as I get a second look here, Grant. Heck of a job just pooch punting that down the field.
Absolutely, and that's one of the benefits to the shotgun approach, where it looks like you're going to go for it, and it's a quick pooch punt. Famously made, well known by Ben Roethlisberger for the Steelers. One of the benefits to that is the team doesn't have a return back there, right? So he can't stop the ball from bouncing. Mona Shores capitalizes, puts River Rouge in a tough spot here.
Well, there you have it, the 3-year starter wearing the number 19, Mikhail McDowell. Starting in the shadow of his own end zone. Boy, as a matter of fact, standing about 7 yards deep in that shotgun formation. Foster, the lone setback. He wears 27. First possession of the game for this Panther offense. Now he's under center. The give is to Foster. Makes a juke about 2 yards deep. Gets a surge from the line. Not a lot of room up there, all those big bodies, but out to the 5-yard line to give him a little breathing room.
Yeah, number 64, the left guard, Deshaun Wright, had a great down block there. Displaces that nose tackle. But here you see the River Rouge offense. We mentioned the quarterback, Mikhail McDowell. A couple other guys, Cartier Scott Wiley had a couple touchdowns last week, one being a punt return, littered with guys on the O-line that are huge. Jalen Pitts, number 72, their right tackle, 6'7", 300 pounds, big fella.
Heading to Howard University. 2nd down and 7 from the 5-yard line. Under center again, the give is to Foster. A little more space out past the 5, up to about the 9-yard line. So a manageable 3rd, and we'll call it 3.5 here for the Panthers. Clock running, 7:45 to go as we look at Mona Shores defense.
Yeah, Mona Shores defense littered with guys that can play ball. A lot of two-way guys, Micah Carafel, George Duggins. These guys go both ways. Jagger Johnson, another cornerback, but it's going to play receiver for this team. So keep in mind, too, the weather's nice, but a lot of these guys are going both ways. Not necessarily the same case for River Rouge.
Boy, I'll punctuate what you just said. The weather is very nice. It's wonderful out here. We'll take this all day. 3rd down. Back to pass now. McDowell throws outside. 1st down and more. Makes a man miss at the 15. Makes a juke at the 20. Out of bounds. Short of the 25-yard line. Hold everything. There is a flag on the play. But for now, Meadows with a 1st down reception up to about the 25. I think a block in the back. Was that the call, Grant?
I believe so, yep. I think they're going to get River Rouge on this one.
Well, good play there. Obviously, they had the 1st down, and, you get the ball in some playmakers' hands, and you let them do what they do.
Yeah, I love the play call there. They made it look like it was going to be a run left, block down, and then the quarterback, Mikhail McDowell, rolls out to the right, has his tight end, Marquise Meadows, stripping out into the flat there, puts a ball on him, lets him run up. Unfortunately there, it's negated with the block in the back.
Yeah, they're going to move him all the way back inside the 10-yard line to about the 9-yard line. So this will be 3rd, and again, we're going to call this almost 4, Grant. And just shy of the 9-yard line.
And if you're Mona Shores here, you're not stopping on defense until everyone is on the ground and that whistle's blown. Mikhail McDowell does a fantastic job of trying to keep plays alive with his eyes downfield, not crossing the line of scrimmage before he has to. So keep that in mind here if you're Mona Shores.
Bunch formation near side. Single back on the right hip. McDowell, shotgun formation, going to hand it off. Closed up immediately. Good job by those interior linemen, Grant. I didn't see who got there first, but you just saw that big white wall close.
Yeah, absolutely there. Jamari Taylor, number 60, 6 foot, 290-pound D tackle here for the Mona Shores defense, does a great job of getting through the line of scrimmage, across his face, sees that the run's going to be going away from him, does exactly what he's supposed to do, cross that lineman's face, gets across, makes a tackle there.
He's a big boy, 6 foot, 290. So punting situation here for the Panthers, standing 3 yards deep in his own end zone. Good snap. Line drive kick, short. Takes a little bit of a Rouge bounce, but only out to the 33-yard line. So great field position for the Sailors to start this drive. Hey, Hungry Howie's is a great partner of the State Champs Network's Mr. Football and Anvil Awards. Hungry Howie's, the original flavored crust pizza. Order your pizza at hungryhowies.com. Grant, I'm a man of my word. As I was watching college football last week, I got myself a Cajun Crunch.
Good for you, Sean. I'm happy. Still haven't tried it yet. I want to.
Come over anytime. We'll get one. Trip receivers far side, one near side. Second possession of the game for Jonathan Pittman and this Sailor offense. Stewart still the lone setback. Starts on the left hip. 6:08 to go here. First quarter, no score between two teams at 1-0. Now send a man in motion. The give is to Stewart. No, keeper. Pitches it out, lots of space. Look out past the 20, pushed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Fooled the socks off of me, and it looks like they did a little bit of that with the Panthers as well.
Yeah, and that's what the note coming in today is, can this River Rouge defense stay disciplined every snap, every play? And it's hard to, right? You know, it's hard to stay assignment sound. When you see a guy that you think has the ball but doesn't, you're going to react to that right there. They get Ronald Thomas on the option on the outside.
Trip receivers far side, now one in the near side. Lone setback again, Stewart. Shotgun formation for Pittman. Sailors threaten. The give is to Stewart. Boy, good juke there. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Sailors. Oh, he made one man miss, and then it was like the parting of the Red Sea, Grant Perry.
And when you got a back like Tamarian Stewart running 6 feet, 220-pound junior, I mean, you got good things going, especially when you get him the ball running straight downhill as fast as he can right there. You get one or two blocks, make him miss, make a linebacker miss on the second level, and you're good to go.
Yeah, did they try to quick snap that? What was going on out there? We're all kind of sitting there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm over here talking, and then they're running a play there. I think they tried to get a quick one in, even quicker than the refs could get them lined up there.
Maybe throw a practice ball off the field? Is that what's going on? Flag comes flying down. Yeah, they're going to get called for a delay, I believe. Move them back a few feet here. So we'll try it again. But the Sailors strike first. Boy, an explosive run by that young man right there. Tamarian Stewart. Point after forthcoming. Snap is down. And movement up front.
This extra point's turning into a field goal here,
if
you will.
It is indeed. Ezra Carefell, the senior kicker. They're going to move it back again. Well, they're going to make them earn this, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be, about a, 35-yard extra point.
I wouldn't be surprised here if, Mona Shores digs into their bag of tricks here and, pulls out a little trick play here. Talking with Coach, they felt comfortable from the 20 to 25 with their kicker. So wouldn't be surprised if they try to pull one here and catch River Rouge slipping.
Make it a 31-yard extra point. Ezra lines it up, high snap, kick is up. The kick is good. So with 5:56 to go here in the first quarter, Mona Shores strikes first. Take a look at this replay. The explosive Stewart.
And watch this. Good blocks by the D-line or O-line here, and then Tamarian Stewart just makes one guy miss here and gets north and south. This is where if you're the D-line for River Rouge, you got to stop the dive. D-line's responsible for the dive. They don't get it done there.
Hey, let's tell you about Reaction Technologies. Reaction Technologies is a cutting-edge sports technology company heads-up trainer addresses the root causes of incorrect tackling techniques and other sports-related injuries. Learn more at reactiontechsports.com. 7-0. The visitors from Mona Shores on their second possession. Short field, 33-yard drive. Let's see what the Panthers can do with their second possession now, Grant.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a drive going here, because if you let a team that runs that triple option, that veer, get some rhythm, and you give them more possessions than you have, you're not putting yourself in a good position to win. So look for River Rouge here to get back to what they do best, moving that ball, picking up first downs. It's the penalty on their last drive is what set them back.
Kicking south now towards the Detroit River. Had a view of the Detroit River and the still being built Gordie Howe Bridge. Beautiful view. Great night here in River Rouge. And they're about to get the ball back. Line drive kick, taking them back to the 5-yard line. Far side of the field, now trying the middle. 15, now coming near side. He's got the edge, 20, 25, makes a cut. Flag comes flying. He dances out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. But that flag, Grant, certainly in the area of a block in the back. Or a hold in this case.
Yep, so River Rouge is going to be starting in their own area again here. Let's see if they can fix what they missed last time to get them into some Mona Shores territory here.
Well, they got the guy to do it, no doubt about that. And we talked about both these quarterbacks for good reason quite a bit in the pregame show. And Mikhail McDowell, no stranger to being a starter here, 3-year starter. I was watching their backup throw the ball before the game as well, Arion Graham Matthews. Boy, that kid was throwing some pretty balls. Only a freshman.
Hey, what do they say? The future is bright.
Yeah.
And when you got a senior leader and Mikhail McDowell, probably tutor him and getting him right and showing him what to do here in each and every practice. So future's bright over here in River Rouge.
Boy, they've been doing it for years now, haven't they? My goodness. Just really turned into one of the usual suspects in this state. No doubt about that. They're going to start this drive at their own 8-yard line. 1st and 10, McDowell in the shotgun. 2 receivers split outside, 1 near side. Going to keep it on the ground. Try the middle. A little space up there, but boy, that space closed very, very quickly. My goodness gracious, and it closed in the form of Solomon Robertson. Jumped in and really took care of business.
Yeah, and these linebackers for this Mona Shores defense, these guys aren't the biggest, they aren't the fastest, but they play with their hair on fire. All 3 of these guys, Dom Piggy, number 8, number 35, as you said, Solomon Robertson, and then number 10, Tyson Terpstra. These guys fly around, and they make up for any mistakes the D-line misses.
2nd and long, bunch formation, fake the handoff, trying to get something going on the ground, maybe a yard before he's pushed back. I'll tell you, Grant, an early storyline, this defensive front 7 doing their job up there.
Yeah, absolutely, led by 23 all-conference player Jamari Taylor. Again, they're in on that play. Really good job, does a great job of taking up those double teams. He's a big body, so you got to account for him in the run game. And right there, right now there's no room up the middle here for River Rouge, so look for them to try to get something going on the perimeter, whether it's a screen or something in space to one of these playmakers to try to wiggle their way for a first down.
Forward progress of a yard, another 3rd and long situation. 4 receiver set, 2 split outside, 2 on the inside. McDowell looks that defense over, gets a snap, back to pass. He's under pressure, flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off and run. Makes a cut at the 15, dives towards the first down. They're going to say that the ball was down. You can see the official immediately saying ball came out. Now let's see where they spot him. I'm going to be interested to see where they spot him.
Tough from our angle. I think they're going to give it to him here.
If he got to the 19, that's a first down.
Yep. And that's one of the things. Mikhail McDowell keeps plays alive, and you notice his eyes were downfield looking for targets. Play's not over till it's over with Mikhail McDowell.
That's a big run. Get a little something going for this River Rouge offense. 1st and 10 now at their own 19. They trail 7-0. McDowell in the shotgun, fakes a handoff, swings it out, needs a block, doesn't get it. Swarming defense by the Sailors. That's going to go in the books for a loss back to the 17-yard line.
They're just running the bunch bubble screen there where the 2 receivers are going to be the point mans on the block. they missed their blocks right there. Antoine Clark and William Hobbs there missed the block, which allowed those defenders to creep in there and make the tackle right there. Really good job by the Mona Shores defense of reading and reacting to the play there and tackling that one for a loss.
Were you one of those receivers that enjoyed blocking? I mean, some receivers really enjoy blocking.
Yeah, I did, and especially when I got to the college level, when I was able to cut block downfield, really mess with a DB's head. Loved doing that.
Sideline warning, telling the home side to back up just a little bit. 2nd and 12 now for the Panthers at their own 17-yard line. Clock running again, 2:50 to go here first quarter. 2 receivers split near side, 1 far side. McDowell, shotgun formation, running back on the right hip. Now he sends it a man in motion, going to give it to him on the jet. Some space outside. Tries a dive at the 20, out to about the 21. Just not a lot of space. My goodness gracious. Only a gain of 4, setting up a 3rd and long. Hey, there's always help wanted when it comes to high school games. Officials. Every year, 1,000 new officials are needed. Officiating is a great way to stay in shape, stay close to the game, and so much more. Log on to MHSAA.com for more info. Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 8. They just converted on a 3rd and 8. Can they do it again? McDowell looking over that defense. Back on the right hip. Mona Shores shows blitz. Let's see if they bring it. McDowell under pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Evades one. Now he runs again. 25. Dives for that first down marker. Boy, I think he did it again, Grant.
He's got a knack for finding the first down chain when the play looks like it's nowhere to be found, nowhere to be made. Mikhail McDowell finds a way.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, they're going to mark him just short. Just short this time. The previous 3rd and 8, he got about 8.5. This time he got 7.5.
It'll be interesting to see what they do here. Looks like offense is staying on the field.
Another tight end checking in. Going to line him up. Under 7 now, center now. McDowell on this 4th and short. Timeout on the field. River Rouge takes a timeout to discuss this. Boy, what a critical play this is early in this juncture. With Mona Shores up 7-0 with only 1:07 remaining. For now, going for a 4th and 1 at their own 28-yard line.
And when you think about it, I mean, River Rouge has got the size. But Mona Shores right now, the D-line is playing fast. And you can't combat speed if you can't get on top of it.
Hey, I want to tell you about the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. Injured? Get the Bernstein advantage. 1-800-CALL-SAM. Appreciate everybody for being involved in this. No place we'd rather be on a Friday night. We're in River Rouge. Shadows all over the field now. 4th down and 1. The offense stays on the field. Mikhail McDowell.
Some big bruisers in. Craig Johnson, a D tackle, D end for this defensive. River Rouge is in that fullback. Wouldn't be surprised if they stick it up the middle here.
That's exactly what they're going to do. They get a little bit of a surge, and I think they got there. I'm looking at the far official. I think they got there. Indeed, they did. Not even going to take a look at it. You bring those big boys up there, Grant. You called it, and they got the surge that they needed.
They got the size up front. I mean, Jalen Pitts, we talked about the right tackle, 6'7", 6'8", going to Howard, big guys. You bring in Craig Johnson, who's a DN, who's got a lot of physicality just to set the tempo there and push them in. Really good job by the River Rouge of picking up that crucial few inches to maintain their offense.
Inside a minute to go here in this first quarter. 7-0 Mona Shores on top, but a gutsy call by the Panthers to go for it on 4th and 1 at their own 27. They connect. Now I have 2 receivers outside, 1 inside. Shotgun formation for McDowell. Try in the middle of the line again, and once again, nothing doing. Got back to about the line of scrimmage, and I'm not even sure he got there.
And looks like George Duggins was in on that play. That's one of their long, rangy safeties. That's a junior that transferred over from Spring Lake, a guy that's attracting attention from some schools here. But he plays around the box too when they need him to. Especially in that 3-3 stack where they want to send some pressure, kind of mix up and not tell you where it's coming from. George Duggins does a good job there rallying the tackle.
That is the end of the first quarter. Your score after 12 minutes of play, Muskegon Mona Shores with a 7-0 lead. Don't you go anywhere. We have more from River Rouge right here on the State Champs Network and Local 4+.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients to craft the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's making this summer the summer of flavor. Try Hungry Howie's all-new Backyard Burger Pizza, or pick up a Pickle Bacon Ranch Pizza for a limited time only. Order a large for just $14.99 each.
Hungry?
Howie's! My name is Dan, and I have dealt with family heating and cooling for 20 years plus. As property manager, I use family heating and cooling because they're honest, they're on time, and fair priced. I would definitely recommend family heating and cooling for their services.
Family is not just our name, it's the way we do business.
My father chose the name Family Heating because he wanted our company to treat everyone like family. Contact us today for your heating, cooling, and electrical needs, and you'll see the difference family makes.
Unlock peak performance with Reaction Technologies, the ultimate training tool for athletes. Our patented product enhances performance by building muscle memory and reinforcing proper technique. With real-time feedback from coaches, players can quickly adjust and perfect their skills. Designed for athletes at all levels, Heads Up Trainer integrates seamlessly with existing training tools. Elevate your skills and performance with Reaction Technologies, where precision meets performance. Coming soon.
All right, here we go. Start of this second quarter. We'll check back in with Kara Lyles momentarily here. Kara Lyles, of course, down on the field. Grant Perry upstairs. My name is Sean Belegian. 7-0. Muskegon Mona Shores with the lead over the River Rouge Panthers. Mikhail McDowell looking to the near sideline, trying to get something going. Right now, the story of this game, this defense from the Sailors, Grant.
Playing well right now, and they're in that 3-3 stack look, so you don't know where the blitz is coming from. Those linebackers are stacked behind the 3-down linemen.
Fake the jet, throw outside, a little space out there. Look out. How about that athleticism? The cut at the 35, past the 40, up to the 42. Boy, needed a little something to get her going, right?
Just needed to find something to get the rhythm going, get the ball moving. They haven't crossed midfield yet with a drive thus far tonight. Right there, they do a good job of getting a quick throw outside to William Hobbs, number 6. And then he's met with a great block by number 72, Jalen Pitts, the right tackle, coming out for a little tunnel screen. So all William Dobbs has to do is just wait for the block, get inside, get the first down. Good job there.
Coach told us he was really excited about that newcomer, number 6, William Hobbs. Bunch formation near side, 1 split far side. Mikhail McDowell shotgun formation. Keeper all the way. He's got a little space out there, and he's got some room out past the 50. Very close to a first down. As a matter of fact, he's got the first down. Looks like the Panthers may have found something, Grant.
Yeah, right there. They're attacking the boundary. The last play was a screen into the boundary. They found success. Right there, they go formation into the boundary, meaning they're going to line up all their offensive guys into the boundary. They find success with a little bit of a pitch pass right there. Not pitch, a pitch to the running back, to the quarterback, get good blocks on the perimeter, and they get a good game.
Into Sailor territory, bunch formation far side. Direct snap. Not much space out there, maybe up to the 45-yard line. We'll give him a gain of 2, setting up what should be a 2nd and 8. I know we'll check in with Kara. Why don't we do that right now?
This week, we're able to get a of the way Odin Doodle Lola. She's actually a very important member of a system at Rouge. Therapy to the student with Coach Petway. It's definitely a great program that even more special that she gets home with Coach Petway.
Going for it all up top, the intended receiver, William Hobbs. He was well covered. That play didn't have a chance, Grant Perry, setting up now another 3rd and 8. By my count, I think that's the third 3rd and 8 that this Panthers offense has had to face here tonight.
Yeah, they're not helping themselves right now. I mean, fighting from 3rd and 8 plus. I mean, that's not successful football right there. You want to live in the shorter yards right there. They do a good job of getting the bubble screen again. They get the right look, but it's a bubble screen and go. They had Justin Cummings over the middle. Mikhail McDowell just looks to the outside, gets double covered, throws it to double coverage. Luckily, it's not a pick. Had a guy over the middle.
Dorian Ingram, the sophomore, checks in. He's all by his lonesome far side receiver. Trip receivers near side, shotgun formation for McDowell on this 3rd and 8. He rolls near side. He's under pressure, and down he goes. Staying with them the whole way. Hunter Kruger, the 6', 196-pound senior.
What a play right there. I mean, he knows the ball's coming to his side, right? He fights around the block, does a good job of containing Mikhail McDowell and wrapping him up for a tackle. It's not easy to wrap him up, especially in space, but Hunter Kruger, who's been playing that stack backer but also plays the DN and the 4 down front, does a great job. And that's going against Jalen Pitts. That's the right tackle, the 6'8", 300-pound plus. So that's a really good job there by Hunter Kruger, number 44.
2 return men back for the Sailors. They're going to get the ball back. Their defense is playing all kinds of fired up right now. Punt gets away. Hot punt this time. Takes a bounce. Out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. So that is where the Sailors will take over on this latest possession. Hey, State Champs Sports Network is giving you the power to showcase your passion. You can now submit your own videos and be part of our coverage. We want to feature your perspective on our network. Learn more at statechampsnetwork.com/fanvision. So Mona Shores gets the ball back with the lead. Leading him on the field once again, Jonathan Pittman at quarterback. He has 2 receivers split far side, 2 near side. Shotgun formation as they start on their own 14-yard line. Stewart, who has the touchdown here tonight on an electrifying run, the lone setback. Sends a man in motion, near side to far, throws it outside, makes one man miss. 15, 20, 25, first down up to about the 27-yard line.
And they like attacking horizontally. I think there's a flag here, so we'll see what that is.
Yeah, the Panthers were screaming something fierce, and looks like they had a point. That's going to be a hold, and so this one's coming back.
That's unfortunate. They had great numbers to the outside right there. They had the look that they wanted. I mean, because with the triple option, you got to stack the box. You got to put all your defenders to try to stop the run. Mona Shores realizes that, tries to get the ball out wide, has success, just run into a holding call there.
So move it back to about the 9-yard line. This will set up a 1st and 15. 1st and 15 for the Sailors. Same formation, 2 split outside, 2 near side. Stewart the lone setback. Shotgun formation once again, as it's been pretty much all game for Jonathan Pittman. Pittman back to pass on 1st down. Pass complete, near side of the field. Micah Carefell takes a big hit but holds on. Gets it up to about the 15-yard line. Good game there. You give him 7, setting up a manageable 2nd down.
Yeah, that's a great play on 1st down. Understanding if that cornerback's off, you got a senior quarterback in Jonathan Pittman who understands coverages. Go ahead and throw that thing out there for a 5-yard hitch. Micah Carefell, his 2nd catch today. He'd like to have that one where he turns outside. Everything's coming inside. If he turns outside, he gets a few more yards there.
Pittman sends a man in motion again on this 2nd and 9. Inside handoff to Stewart. Has his ankle grab, but able to fall forward to about the 18-yard line. Give him 3, setting up a 3rd and 6. Clock running, Grant. 8.5 to go here. 2nd quarter. Mona up 7-0.
Yep. You know, far from game being over, but right now, this is playing into Mona Shores. They want to eat the clock. They want to own the ball. They want to own the line of scrimmage, and right now they're doing that.
Big 3rd down here. Let's see what Panthers bring. showing blitz on the outside. Let's see if they do it. Looks like that fine-looking quarterback Pittman's calling an audible. You can see his eyes darting. Throws, slant. Boy, what a catch. What a catch. The pass was behind him, kind of arched his body back, and a first down up to the 25-yard line. Guess who? The man of the moment, Micah Carefell again.
And man, he's smooth, and he just shows you right there. All-conference receiver in 23 last year. Also, a DB as well. Plays both ways. Just shows his body control and able to bring that catch in for a first down.
Big conversion there. Fresh set of downs. Back under center. Shotgun formation. Jonathan Pittman now looks to the sideline. This time he's got 3 receivers near side, 1 far side. Stewart remains the lone setback. 1st and 10 for the Sailors. The give is to Stewart up the middle. Big surge by the men in white. Almost all the way out to the 30-yard line. Grant, this is that math problem that you were talking about last week at the PKC. If you're getting 4 yards a pop, the math adds up.
Yeah, it does. It adds up to you ending up with some type of points on the end of your drive, that's for sure. And right now they're getting a healthy dose of Tamari and Stewart up the middle. I mean, this back, though, multiple offers right now as a junior. Huge power back, but also Coach Koziak here said this week he's got home run speed too. So if he breaks a tackle at that 2nd or 3rd level, you can see him and kiss him good later.
2nd and 6. Once again, shotgun formation. Pittman going to keep it on the ground. A lot of space out there. Look at that bulldozer run. Carrying guys. Piggyback rides for free into Panther territory and finally brought down at the 46-yard line. Nothing you can do. When a guy jumps on your back and he wants to give you a piggyback ride, you just enjoy the ride, Grant.
A man amongst boys right there, Tamarian Stewart, just running up the middle with nothing but determination. That just goes to credit that 600-pound deadlift that he's able to do.
Hey, when looking for the tools that will turn your curiosity to magic, look no further than Lawrence Technological University. Go to ltu.edu for more information. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. Timeout, 6:32 to go here in this second quarter. And you're right, Grant, you brought up a great point a moment ago. It's only 7-0. That's the good news. But right now, there's no coincidence that Motivation and Mona Shores both start with an M.
Yep, absolutely. And right now, Mona Shores is realizing, hey, we can own this line of scrimmage. We can own the clock. Let's go ahead and take our time. Let's get 3-4 yards of carry. They're not doing anything crazy. They're just running up the middle. They're trying to challenge that D-line that is so talented and say, hey, come on, tackle us. And right now, Tamarian Stewart is not being brought down easily.
Back into Panther territory, already leading 7-0. In case you missed it, Stewart with an electrifying touchdown run. Let's see what they elect to do here. 1st and 10 at the Panther 46. Man in motion, flags fly. I think we got movement up front. That'll move them back into their own territory. While we have a second, always love to give the shout-outs. I know that Coach Benedict, the head coach of the Muskegon Mona Shores hockey team, and a bunch of players are watching the game tonight. So shout out to those guys and good luck on your upcoming season. So move the ball just back into Sailor territory, about the 49-yard line, setting up a 1st and 15. Shotgun formation again for Pittman. Pittman sends a man in motion. They fake the jet. Inside handoff. This time you could tell that Panther front had enough. Kind of stood up as a wall of black and held him to only a 2-yard gain, setting up a 2nd and 13.
And that's a really good job there by number 44, Craig Johnson, of fighting through the block. He's getting down blocked by Hunter Kruger, and he's trying to work outside of that. The run is supposed to hit outside right on behind Hunter Kruger. Craig Johnson does a great job of fighting through that block and making that thing bounce inside to his help.
Clock running, 5:55 to go here, second quarter. The 2nd and 13 just into Panther territory. Once again, Pittman shotgun. Back to pass, looking for the slant. Good coverage out there that time. Nothing doing. Had a couple of players out there, Grant, and no chance out there.
That's a good job there. Mona Shores has been attacking the perimeter. They go ahead and try to attack the seams there on Jaheim Richmond, the captain on the defense, the quarterback of that defense. He does a good job of getting a hand in there and breaking up that catch there attempt by Dom Piggy, number 8.
As we mentioned, you take a good look there at Richmond heading to Wayne State. Play for Coach Wheatley and his staff. Unfortunately, Wayne State lost their first game last night down in Tiffin. 3rd and 13 here. Man in motion from the near to the far. Inside handoff, hit at the 45, and he gets stuffed right there. Tried to catch him, but that time they had an answer for Stewart, so a gain of 4, setting up a 4th down. Coach Perry, what do you do here? This is 4th, and we're going to call it about 8 yards.
You've been playing great defense. Your defense has been doing a fantastic job. I think right here you go ahead and pooch it again, give your defense great position.
Well, that has worked already. He is going to back up, and another pooch punt. Flag comes flying at the end of that play. Ball rolls down and down at about the 13-yard line. Let's see what that flag's all about. Back at about the 45-yard line. Shift. So let's see if the Panthers make them do it again. They're going to move them back and make it do it again. While we figure out what they're going to do here, I want to tell you about the Construction Association of Michigan. The Construction Association of Michigan provides a vast array of resources, services, information, and training to our diverse membership in Michigan's construction industry. Go to buildwithcam.com for more info.
I got to credit your ability to get through those ads there. I mean, when the music turns on, I start bumping my head. I'm like, whoa, Sean's still reading right now. Impressive stuff right there, Sean.
I noticed you bumping the head.
Yeah.
You know what? It's an enjoyable night, and the soundtrack here at River Rouge has been all right. I was even singing Day Not Like Us, and I think some of the guys were going, you know that song? Yeah, I know that song. They did not mark off the penalty. All right, ball at the 50-yard line. They're going to back up again. They're going to pooch it again. High punt this time. This takes a big Mona Shores bounce, but then just died right about the 17-yard line. So that is where the Panthers take over. So listen, for all the good we've seen out of the Sailors, it bears repeating, Grant. It's only a 7-0 game. One good drive can take care of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And they got the athletes to one play and score here, But, Mona Shores is flying around on defense. If you're River Rouge, you got to find a way to find a matchup, whether it's on the perimeter, whether it's inside on a blocking assignment. Find a way to continually get yardage and avoid the penalties. The penalties have been a big common theme here for both teams that have hurt both teams on a number of drives here to start the game.
So let's see what Mikhail McDowell and this offense elect to do here. Fresh set of downs. Trip receiver split far side. Shotgun formation for McDowell. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Going to keep it on the ground, trying to foul blockers. Nothing doing there. Again, the Sailors defense just answering every challenge that comes their way, Grant.
Solomon Robertson. I mean, River Rouge, they go nub side, meaning that they put every receiver to the field. They leave nothing into the boundaries, which means you usually have a numbers advantage that way. They get pullers at the point of attack, big old lineman pulling, but you can't beat speed. Speed wins in that case, and Solomon Robertson and the rest of that linebacking core flew to the football. Really good pursuit there by the Mona Shores defense.
That kid loves to hit. We've seen it already. Robertson. 2nd and 9, only a gain of 1. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Looking over the quarterback, McDowell. Awaits the snap. Back to pass on this 2nd and 9. Lots of time. Wants it up top. Great coverage near side. Didn't have a chance because Bothwell running step for step with the intended receiver. A 6-on-6 crime out there.
A really good job there by Corey Bothwell there. Just getting on top of the receiver, widening him, lessening the space for the quarterback to put the ball there. That's what we call clinic tape. He just put on tape right there. That'll be showed throughout this team for years to come right there. Beautiful technique. Great job.
Another 3rd and long situation. Boy, we've said that quite a bit here tonight. Panthers trying to get something going. Great hospitality here. Can't thank the Panthers enough. They love this offense to find a little something now. Trip receivers far side, one near side. Shotgun formation for McDowell. Single back on his right hip. Looks over that defense. Claps, gets the snap. Back to pass. Looking over the middle. Behind the intended receiver and picked off. Picked off. We've called his name a few times as well. Micah Carafel. And that's a huge turnover.
A great turnover. Watch it here. It's just going to be a throw that's a little bit behind the receiver. William Hobbs tries to get a hand on it, which actually hurts it. Puts the ball up in the air, gives the defender, Micah Carafel, enough time to come under it. And boy, oh boy, Micah Carafel is showing up on tape here today. I mean, he's playing great on both sides right now for this Mona Shores team.
That's a tip drill. Guys love to see that. Let's see if they elect to go for some quick change here after a big turnover. A lot of times teams want to go up top. Send a man in motion, back to pass, wants it all over the middle, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Oh, he had him open and the ball was delivered on time. We'll take a look at the replay. It looked like Johnson had it for a moment, Grant Perry.
Yeah, Jagger Johnson there gets inside leverage, which is what you want on any in-breaking routes. Does a good job of getting inside leverage. But then DeJon Wilson, you'll see at the top of the screen here is where it's going to happen. He gets inside leverage, has the leverage you want. Tries to beat him with speed, but the DB, you're taught, you play through the whistle there, plays through the hands, plays through the ball. Really good job by the tall, lengthy corner, number 14, DeJon Wilson.
Yeah, you can tell why Wilson has a lot of D1 offers. They try the middle, nothing doing this time for Stewart. Young man's had a nice night, but you can tell some of those big nasties up front have had enough of it. They shut the door after a gain of about a foot, setting up a third, and we'll call it, 9 yards and 2 feet. How's that?
Absolutely. I mean, and if you're River Rouge right now, I mean, they've been beating you up the middle. They've been beating up your middle. You've been doing well protecting the pass on the perimeter with your one-on-one matchups. You got to live and die in the world of, hey, we're going to sell out, stop the run inside, try to make them beat us on the perimeter.
Pittman shotgun formation again. River Rouge shows blitz. Pittman back to pass, looking for the slant. High, but coming down with a catch. What a catch. Coming down with that ball. My goodness gracious. Johnson that time said, this one's not going out of my hands.
Yep. And they come back, they call his number, right? When a guy doesn't make a catch, you want to get him back in the game. Say, hey, I'm going to come back to you, Jagger. Just be ready. Great catch. I mean, jumps up on a slant route, catches it, and then falls forward for another 3 yards there, going up against DeJon Wilson again. Really good catch by Jagger Johnson, number 2.
In business here. Pittman steps out now, looks to the far sideline. One receiver near side. 2 receivers far side. Lone setback Stewart. Mona Shores threatening again here. First down at the 21-yard line. Going to hand it off, trying to cut back in. Big hole. Nice cutback inside the 20. Finally getting tackled at about the 17-yard line. But let me tell you something, Grant, I'm sure you saw the same thing I did. Heck of an effort for Stewart. What could have been a loss, he ends up picking up 4.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a defensive back trying to come up and make a tackle for loss there. And when you come approach to Marion Stewart, you better be ready to bring everything you have because, I mean, that's a 220, 230-pound high school junior running that football. Multiple offers from the Division I level, and you see why there. I mean, just absolutely making guys bounce off them.
First down at the 17-yard line. They try the middle again. Stewart down to about the 11 before he's pushed back, but not before he picks up. We'll give him 5 on that carry, maybe even 6, creating a third and short situation just outside the 10-yard line.
And another thing with this option, triple option veer offense, when you get the reps, when you keep these drives going, you make that D-line tired. And those D linemen that are the D1 commits or the 6-7 figures, they get tired, right? And they stop, slowly missing their assignments, and that's when these runs start to break off.
Big third down here. Pittman, shotgun formation, hands it off up the middle. Stewart dives towards that first down marker, gets it easily. This will be a first and goal situation down at the 8-yard line.
It's worth mentioning, too, I mean, 2 of these middle backers are now just sophomores. They got playing time as freshmen last year due to some injuries. Both of them started 9 games last year due to some seniors being injured. But they haven't seen a back like this. I mean, this guy's running hard. They got their work cut out for him the rest of this game.
Panthers are going to take a timeout here. Big first and goal situation for Mona Shores when we resume. Hey, don't forget, coming up at halftime, we head to the State Champs studio for an update in the Mr. Football and Anvil Awards delivered by Hungry Howie's. That and more here on State Champs Game Time Live. Of course, Kara Lyle's down on the field. Grant Perry up here in the booth. I'm Sean Belegian. We are in River Rouge. Beautiful field here, really is. A nice field down here in River Rouge, and you can feel the energy. And no, that's not just the sound system. You can feel the energy in this stadium. This community certainly proud of their Panthers, Grant.
Absolutely. Yeah, walking in, you could tell that today was a different type of game. Today was going to be a game in which Mona Shores is bringing a challenge here into River Rouge, and right now Mona Shores is presenting a big challenge.
They've got a 7-0 lead to the Sailors, and they threaten again with a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Stewart on the left hip. Pittman in the shotgun. Looks to the far sideline, awaits the play call. Looking over that defense. Pittman back to pass. Looking, corner the end zone, got him, touchdown. A heck of a ball and a heck of a route. What a first half for the Sailors.
Yeah, what a half. And right there they show you, hey, you want to load the box? We got guys that can win one-on-one. That's Don Piggy, number 8, in the slot, running a corner route here versus number 7, the Wayne State commit, Jaheim Richmond. Does a good job of playing through the contact, putting that foot in the ground, and getting to that back pylon. This is just routes on the air right now. And Jonathan Pittman, if you give him an inch of open space, he's going to take it.
Swinging gate here for the extra point attempt with a $1:15 to go here. In this second quarter, snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Wasn't pretty, doesn't have to be, as long as it goes through the uprights, and that's exactly what we saw there. And Mona Shores in control here. Now let's see how the Panthers approach this, Grant. Let's take a look at the replay first.
Yeah, you get a close-up shot here. Just, a good drop. 3 steps, plant, balls out. Good timing, understanding that, hey, they got a good D-line. We got to get rid of this ball. And you're getting a cover 1, cover 0 look there on the goal line. Understanding matchups, finds Dom Piggy in the slot for a much-needed touchdown for the Mona Shores.
Well, River Rouge getting the ball back. They don't have any timeouts, but they have 1:15 on the clock, and we know that they've got some explosive players on their side as well. Let's see how they approach this. Hometown crowd looking for a little something to get fired up about. In the meantime, I'm looking to the far side of the field, and all those Sailor fans in baby blue having a fun night here tonight as they traveled halfway across the state. Well, forget about halfway, all the way across the state, literally. And they have a 14-0 lead. Let's see if the Panthers can get a little something going. Always want to start with a big special team play here. No doubt about that. 1/3 of the football game as we await the kickoff here. There's your whistle. And there's the kick. This one's going to head to about the 16-yard line, taken by one of the up men. Cut at the 20, another cut at the 30, another cut at the 35. Boy, look at this. Finally hit from behind and up all the way to the 45-yard line. How about that? Stallworth showing some explosiveness, and that's just what the doctor ordered, Grant. It really is, because now you got a shorter field to deal with and a $1.07 at your disposal.
Great return right there, putting your guys in a position to have some success here on this drive. And it came from someone they didn't expect right there, Nate Stallworth, who's primarily a defensive back but has some explosion there, gets a good return there, finds the block, gets north and south, sets up the Panthers here for a possible conversion.
McDowell leads the offense back on the field. Foster, the lone setback. Going to start out with 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side, on their own 45-yard line. McDowell looking over that defense, left to right, back to pass on first down. Throws outside, dangerous pass, but caught. Minimal gain. Well, you could see the corner jump that route, and his eyes got big, but the pass got there. We'll give him a gain of 3, setting up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it's a good job there by Justin Cummins of coming back to that football, understanding that slot defender there, Dom Piggy, was attacking that football. Good job of coming back saving an interception.
McDowell shotgun again, back to pass. Pressure comes from the outside. He steps up in the pocket, evades the first man, can't evade the second and third, and he's brought down right at the midfield stripe. So it won't go in the book as a sack, but it's a minimal gain, and most importantly, they're going to blow a bunch of time off the clock here. Now with 22 seconds remaining. 4 receiver set now. McDowell taking his time, looking over that defense. Let's see if they go up top for this last play of the half, potentially. Flags fly. False start on the Panthers. Well, let's see if they heave it. Just go with the old Hail Mary here with 8.6 seconds left, trailing 14-0.
Very well could.
Hey, don't forget, halftime, Kara Lyles will be down on the field. We'll show you our latest Player of the Year and Anvil Award as well. McDowell in the shotgun, back to pass. He's going to load it up. He's going to fire. Boy, what a good ball that is. Through the hands of a defender and falls incomplete. Boy, he showed his arm strength there, though. No doubt about that. He heaved that about 50 yards, but to no avail. And it's halftime here in River Rouge, where the visitors from Muskegon Mona Shores have a 14-0 lead, Grant.
Yeah, been a really good start here for Mona Shores. I mean, they've come out, they're flying around on defense, causing issues for this River Rouge offense. And then offensively for Mona Shores, they're doing a good job of just keeping the drives alive, avoiding the turnovers after those first couple drives, and succeeding and converting in the red zone there.
John Kidd, I can see him setting up shop down in the field with our own Kara Lyles. And in just a moment, we'll have a conversation of interest down on the field. Kevin, let me know when we can throw down to Kara. Kara, it's all yours.
Coach Tamarian Stewart doing a great job running the football tonight. What do you like from him so far?
You know, he's that type of back. He runs hard. He's a big kid. He's worked his tail off in the weight room to be able to be durable and do that. So super proud of him. You know, they're a tough defense with some big guys. So, you know, our line is doing a great job getting him some creases, and then he's getting that yak after the carry.
Your defense is doing a great job containing Mikhail McDowell. I know that was a point of emphasis coming into this game. How do you maintain that going into the second half?
Same thing. He's super explosive. We watch him on film, and he can hurt you with his arm and his legs. We got to do a better job of kind of squeezing the pocket. I think we're looking for him, and then he's not a big guy, so he can disappear on you. So, but other than that, I think our defense has been great.
All right, Coach. Thanks so much. Good luck second half.
Thank you.
All right, we've got more coming up, but it is halftime from River Rouge, guys.
How about that old school look from Coach Kozak? You know, it's almost like I could see him down in the SEC in the 1960s or something. I love that look.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Some class right there.
No doubt about it. It is halftime here. Thank you very much for that. Kara, don't you go anywhere. Lots to do here at halftime, but I can tell you after 24 minutes of play, it's the visitors from Muskegon Mona Shores. The Sailors up 14-0 over the home team, the River Rouge Panthers, right here on the State Champs Network and Local 4+.
Everyone knows you call Sam if you're injured in an accident.
Everyone knows we're Michigan's first family of law.
Everyone knows about our no-fee guarantee. There's never a fee until we win your case.
Everyone knows the Bernstein Advantage.
Everyone knows we've got a winning record, over $3.5 billion recovered.
Tell me something I don't know. Everyone knows Call Sam.
1-800-CALL-SAM is the best call you'll ever make after an accident.
Injured? You know what to do. Call Sam.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients to craft the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's making this summer the summer of flavor. Try Hungry Howie's all-new Backyard Burger Pizza, or pick up a Pickle Bacon Ranch Pizza for a limited time only. Order a large for just $14.99 each.
Hungry
Howie's!
As the voice of Michigan student-athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect for all those involved in the game.
Enjoy the game.
Rachel Stewart for Gardner White. It's a big week as our Lions kick off their new season Sunday night. We're celebrating with 2 huge deals. We're extending our biggest Labor Day sale ever with 25% off everything on our already low prices. Plus, we're bringing back the popular Lions Super Sale for 2 days and 2 days only. It's your last chance to get free furniture and cash back on your entire purchase when our Lions win it all this season. Don't miss out. Both deals end Sunday night when the Lions kick off against the Rams. Go Lions!
Welcome back to a Week 2 update of this year's State Champs Mr. Football Award. I'm Lauren Plant. He is Sean Belizean. He has been doing a great job. I hope you've been watching Game Time Live. We had some epic matchups last week. Week 2 is always typically a great week in high school football. We get some really interesting matchups. As far as it relates to our Mr. Football race, can't get any bigger than for this guy at Mason.
Oh, Kason Carswell. This kid has been unbelievable. 6'3", 180 pounds. A huge win last week, 26-7 over Holt. 3 touchdowns. This is a guy that gets it done on the ground as well. And as you mentioned, a big matchup against DeWitt. So first things first, he's got to take care of business this year, but this is another one of those guys, Lauren, that's moving on. He's taking his talents to Western Illinois, the Leathernecks. He's going to be a Leatherneck, but first things first, as you mentioned, a huge Week 2 matchup against DeWitt.
And again, that is big game performance, a big part of our criteria. You can check that out at our newly redesigned State Champs Network website. I encourage you to go check that out at statechampsnetwork.com. Just click on SC Awards. You'll see the tab there for Mr. Football. What you want to do is you want to go there and vote as much as you can. And why is that important?
Because automatically you get yourself into the Final Four. That's the power that you have. No doubt about that. So vote early, vote often, support your guy.
And as of the time of this recording, looks like Cam Flowers and Bryson Williams are the 2 guys neck and neck right now for the lead. Go out there and support your guy at statechampsnetwork.com.
Your persistence and dedication have brought you this far. But the fire of curiosity within you burns to push beyond your limits. LTU is the place where your passions and curiosities can soar, pushing your mind and body to new magical heights. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Hey everybody, it's week 2 of the high school football season. So what does that mean? It's time to get an update and see if there was any movement in the State Champs Top 25 rankings. I'm Lauren Plant. Scott Bernstein here. He's the man who puts them together. And we do have some movement this week.
Yeah, 2 new teams are coming in. Zeeland West. I mean, I look really dumb for not ranking them in the top 25 to start the season. They imposed their will on Muskegon, who was my number 2 squad. I had some questions coming off of, they've had 2 straight district titles, a run to the Final Four last year. They had to replace some personnel, but, they moved an all-state safety in Trey Sluthack under center to quarterback. He operated the offense beautifully. Keaton Hendricks as their main running back. He is a beast. Going up through the tackles and just look really good right now. They won 3 state championships back through the 2010s, and it looks like the 2020s will be just as fruitful for that program.
Absolutely, and Walled Lake Western, no stranger to your rankings.
So Walled Lake Western came in. I also had some questions about them, particularly at the quarterback position. Sophomore David Krall answered all those questions. He looked great in his debut. Very impressive week 1 W, where they destroyed a Waterford Mott team that went all the way to the Final Four last year. So this is a statement win right out of the gate. They got Donovan Triplett, a junior tailback that everybody needs to know about. He might be the most electric playmaker on the west side of Metro Detroit that nobody knows about yet, but will soon. He had 3 touchdowns in his debut. On defense, they got 2 really tough as nails linebackers in Lucas Price and Shane Rackner, and then safety Troy Temple is one of the best in the business, patrolling secondary and quarterbacking, the back line of a defense, calling plays. Jakari Anderson is a name at wide receiver. You should know he's a junior. So, Corey's doing a great job at Western, and this team looks really good. And just like with Zeeland West, I probably should have ranked them in the top 25 to start.
Well, there you go. And what you can do to check out the rankings, you want to see who is in our top 25, just go to our newly redesigned website, statechampsnetwork.com. You're just going to click on features, and then you'll see the rankings tab. Click on that. Scott updates them every Monday right here on the State Champs Network.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients to craft the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's making this summer the summer of flavor. Try Hungry Howie's all-new Backyard Burger Pizza, or pick up a Pickle Bacon Ranch Pizza for a limited time only. Order a large for just $14.99 each.
Hungry
Howie's! What's up, Michigan, and welcome to week 2 of the high school football season. Time for another update in the State Champs Anvil Award. I'm Lauren Plant. Joining me from Detroit Renaissance to Notre Dame to the NFL, Ron Talley. How you doing, man? You back in the saddle?
Feeling great, feeling great. This is the most exciting time of the year. It's like Christmas for us that really love high school football, college football, NFL football. It's on.
It is. It's on. And we're going to talk about the guys we have in our race to be this year's Anvil Award winner. Remember, we're just looking at linemen this year. So we've taken linebackers out of the equation. It's literally just the road graders, the guys on the front and on the defensive line, both offensive and defensive line. So speaking of road graders, I want to give the comment that our analyst and colleague Tim Beckler said about this week's candidate. He says, wow, road grader. I'm very impressed with his physicality and his love for finishing blocks with knockdowns. He moves very well for a big guy too. Defensively, a huge problem is he can destroy double teams and single blocks as well. He has excellent savvy for finding the ball, pursues with a high motor all over the field, dominant two-way player. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Walled Lake Western's Liam Vaughn. Now, those who have followed this race last year know that Liam Vaughn made his way all the way into the Final Four because he was the People's Champion. Wow. He had the most votes of anybody, and he's in fact leading the vote right now at StateChampsNetwork.com. But Liam Vaughn is a popular person because he's a popular player. He's a leader in the clubhouse, and he's just a great football player. Going to Western Michigan, what stands out to you about when you look at this?
Well, when you look at Liam Vaughn, number one, you can tell you're dealing with a great athlete. I initially thought when I saw this big fella moving that he played 2 different sports. He must play another sport, or at least he has it in his history. He can bend, he can climb up, he can, on a double team, he can take you down, but on a double team, he can climb up, and he straight up harasses linebackers, safeties, and anybody else who gets in his way. So big fellas beware, all right? Linebackers, big skill guys beware, because when this guy comes around, he tries to hit you and put you on the ground. I mean, great bend, great athleticism, somebody that you can see that when he gets his hands on you, that's another thing. Great hands and pass protection, knocks hands down, puts guys down, looks for the next blocker, and is nimble on his feet. You know, you rarely see a big fella with that size that can move and bend this way.
Well, there you go. He's not called Metro Detroit's Pancake King for nothing. All right, and also Walled Lake Western has just made it into our state rankings, our top 25 rankings here. They earned it. Liam is a big part of that. Ron, thank you so much for being here. Let's do it again next week.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, we'll see you.
At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Sonnebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Hey, what's up, Michigan? Welcome back to another Burning On segment. This is where Scott Bernstein kind of opines on something that is hot on his mind and some maybe a topic that's hot in high school football. But we had an interesting story in Cass Tech's secondary playmaker Alex Graham, who was there for his first couple of years, went to IMG Academy. Now he is back at Cass Tech and bringing a lot of swagger.
Yeah, he came back in the last couple of weeks of the offseason. We didn't really know about it until August. And I just love it when, and this is taking nothing against going down to Florida for his junior year and checking it out. But I love the fact that he came back, finishing up at Cass Tech. He's going to Colorado. And Colorado's getting a steal. I mean, this is a kid that could be going down south, had an Alabama football field. So Cass Tech has really, added to their arsenal from a team last year that came on really strong at the end. And you throw him in there with C.J. Sadler and the rest of those guys, and we could be talking about Cass Tech playing at Ford Field when you add an X factor like Alex Graham.
And I was going to say is, there are oftentimes maybe the defensive players don't get as much love when it comes to, overall talk in high school, but years from now, this is a kid you could see translating to Sunday.
Alex Graham has no doubt has an NFL upside. And I just to make a more general overall statement about the position, a safety in this day and age, a really good free safety is so critical to success. And it's a position that doesn't get a lot of accolades. But it's as critical as a quarterback, as a middle linebacker, as a center. To keep a defense in order, and it's such an underrated cog in that wheel, and Alex Graham is one of the best the PSL has seen in a long time.
All right, well, Cass Tech needs to rebound from a tough loss. We will see what happens as they take on an Ohio squad this week. That's Burning On here on the State Champs Network.
My name is Dan, and I have dealt with family heating and cooling for 20 years plus. As property manager, I use family heating and cooling because they're honest, they're on time, and fair priced. I would definitely recommend family heating and cooling for their services.
Family is not just our name, it's the way we do business.
My father chose the name Family Heating because he wanted our company to treat everyone like family. Contact us today for your heating, cooling, and electrical needs, and you'll see the difference family makes.
With eyes raised above what is, there is a view of what could be. Beyond all known horizons are visions of an unformed future, brimming with curiosity that can change everything. When looking for the technology and tools that will turn your curiosity into magic, look no further. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
A high score.
A big win.
These things are impressive.
But it's what you don't see that counts.
The years of honing our skills.
The late nights and early mornings.
Pushing through even when it hurts.
The teamwork.
The dedication.
You don't see the hours of practice our team puts into winning games, but it pays off on the field.
And you don't see the years of practice our attorneys put into winning cases, but it pays off in the courtroom. The Detroit Lions.
And 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Winning for you.
And welcome back to River Rouge. Your score as we start this third quarter. Muskegon Mona Shores has a 14-0 lead, along with Kara Lyles down on the field, Grant Perry up in the broadcast booth. My name is Sean Belegian, and special shout out to John Watson, who brings this giant canister of Starburst. And we all say we're not going to eat any, and we all destroy the Starburst, except for Kara Lyles. Let's throw it down to Kara right now. Kara?
Hey guys, well I did take my fair share of pink Starburst when I was up there before the game, but I was able to catch up with Coach Petway right before we came out here, and he said that, you know what, all we have to do is play our kind of football. We're not down by 40 points. This is a game that's definitely in reach, but I can tell you guys, when they came out here, the vibes on this River Rouge sideline, they're high, so expect a good second half, guys.
I was an equal opportunity Starburst eater. I ate the cherry, I ate the orange, I ate the lemon, I ate the pink.
Giving everyone a chance.
Yeah, I was like a 7-year-old up here.
Do you have a favorite, though?
All of them?
Okay.
Yeah, really, all of them. I know that Kara's impartial to the pink ones, so I tried to stay away from the pink ones. They are receiving as we're about to start this second half with the Sailors up 14-0. Kick goes into the night. Taken at about the 3-yard line. Coming up the middle of the field. Good cut at the 15. Big hit at the 20. But falling forward to about the 23-yard line. And that's where this River Rouge offense will take over. Once again, led on the field by 3-year starter Mikhail McDowell.
Able to throw with time. I think if they can work downfield in the passing game along with mixing up some good runs here in between the tackles, I think they'll be able to get on the right track.
Ja Paul Keith stays in this time as the running back. Just to the right of Mikhail McDowell. Claps his hands, fakes the handoff, going to swing it out. Halfback pass, complete. Caught at the 36, falling forward to the 38-yard line. They needed to get a little something going. And Scott Wiley, another one of these newcomers to the team, coach was excited about. And you can hear the coach is showing a little frustration up there.
Yeah, you can hear. We got a front row seat to, in this coach's press box right now, and they weren't happy about that one. I mean, because, you come out in the second half, right? You want to have a good drive. Your first play, first down, right? Great, 10 yards, you'll take it. Second play, you're going backwards, right? You got to figure out a way to keep it moving forwards, limit the penalties, and try to keep going.
It's a big one here. 2nd and 23, backed up to their 24-yard line. 4 receiver set. McDowell's going to run all the way. Big hole up the middle. Look at that speed out past the 35 and finally brought down about the 39-yard line. They might mark him up to the 40. A very, very manageable 3rd and 7 now, Grant.
And I got a feeling that we're going to see a lot of Mikhail McDowell here with his legs. I mean, you see that the O-line does a good job of setting like their pass blocking, and then he just takes off with a quarterback draw. Really good play design, getting everyone to drop thinking it's going to be a pass. And then Mikhail McDowell, who is very hard to tackle in open space, finds ways to make this a 3rd down and manageable here.
Clock running, 10:20 to go here, 3rd quarter. McDowell looks to the near sideline. Setting up his offense. Trip receivers near side, 1 far side. Single setback on this 3rd and 7. McDowell claps his hands. Here's the snap. Stops, throws. Pass complete about the 44. Going to have to do some work, and he doesn't get there. He needed to get to about the 47. They're going to give him forward progress up to the 45. But Grant, another flag on the field and another decision for River Rouge if this play stands.
Yeah, we're going to see what this flag's on. We'll see what Stripe says here. Just waiting to get the call.
That's going against River Rouge. If Mona Shores marks this off, which it appears that's what they're going to do, yeah. So send them back to about the 35-yard line. So if my math is correct, this will be a 3rd and 12 for the Panthers.
With every yard you go backwards, it hurts your probability for conversion here. If you're River Rouge, you got to find a way to get one of these athletes in space, but it's been hard. I mean, this Mona Shores defense is flying around. I mean, every single one of these players looks like they are dying for a tackle on every snap. It's quite impressive.
2 receivers split far side, 2 near side. McDowell wearing the number 19 in the shotgun. He's got Paul Keith, the senior running back, on his right hip. Back to pass on this 3rd and 12. Looking over the middle. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Boy, the ball was delivered, but the receiver stretching out just couldn't bring it in, Grant. And this is going to be a 4th down.
Yep, and the punt team's going to come on, rightfully so, in their own area. Long conversion here. You're going to throw it. And then you watch the replay here. I mean, he gets the look he wants. You're not going to see the route, but you're going to see Mikhail McDowell look the left side off, come back to the right to 2 high, split safety look. So where do you want to attack? You want to attack in the middle. Gets an opportunity where he has William Hobbs open. Just out threw him a little bit, and William Hobbs goes to make a great catch and just can't come up with it.
So the clock stops, 9:22 to go here, 3rd quarter. The last thing in the world you want is to put the ball back in this Sailor offense hands. Punting it away, 2 men back there, high punt, angling it towards the far sideline, takes a bounce, doesn't go very far at all. Not what the doctor ordered, is now the Sailors are going to be setting up shop on their own 48-yard line. Hey, Alta Equipment Company knows when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment partners with the biggest names in construction, so make sure you give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-2-ALTA. So here comes the Sailors. Jonathan Pittman leads them back on the field with a 14-0 lead and good field position here. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Single back. Once again, the very, very dangerous Stewart. He's already got a touchdown run here tonight. Once again, handed it off to Stewart. Some space over the left side into Panther territory. Good second surge there. That's going to be a gain of about 5, setting up a 2nd and 5.
Hard run there. Tamarian Stewart gets a little slow getting up there. It's tough work, being this power back, carrying 5-6 defenders on your back each here, every run. Good counter play there. They get a puller front side. Good block there by Angelo Chandler on the left side, that left tackle, down blocking, picking up some good yards there on 1st down.
All right, Pittman looks to the sideline, switches Stewart from directly behind him to his left hip. Trip receivers near side. 2nd, and we're going to call it 5.5 from the Panther 48-yard line. Play clock running down. Shotgun formation, they're going to have to use a timeout. They are going to have to use a timeout here. Make sure you get on the same page. By the way, you want to go back in the Wayback Time Machine? Did you know that State Champs started in the fall of 2002? It aired on Local 4 WDIV, delivering the best high school coverage in all sports. 22 years later, guess what? We're still delivering that message across the great state of Michigan. Follow the journey at our newly designed website, statechampsnetwork.com. Pleasure being with you each and every week, and the best crew in the business. I mean that. Just great people. And they don't judge us when we're destroying Starbucks burst at will. No, hey, don't you think you've had enough? No, they don't. I don't hear any of that. They let me eat them all, so thank you. All right, timeout. Sailors discuss what they want to do here. Boy, Grant, I don't want to overstate this. This is a huge drive. If they can put some points on the board, look out.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're getting low coverage 0 here, so don't be surprised if they try to get Jagger Johnson number 2 or Dom Piggy number 8 in the slot here, a look downfield in the pass.
Yeah, they're showing blitz. Let's see if they bring the pressure. Going to pitch it, hit right at the line of scrimmage and brought down. What a fantastic tackle out there in space. He doesn't make that tackle, and maybe he's still running, Grant.
Yeah, really good job. And again, they go nub side, meaning they put all the receivers on one side and they leave the back side empty, which means that you're usually going to get most of your defenders to that front side, that play side. So they go backside here. And Don Paul Keith, the cornerback, number 12, does a good job of staying true to his assignment. He's assigned to the pitch guy. He's the alley defender. He does a good job staying on the pitch, tackling that for a short game.
Young man's headed to Western Illinois. Handoff here to Stewart. He's hit low right about the 45-yard line, goes down there. So now decision time for Coach Koziak. This is going to be 4th, and we're going to call it about 1.5 yards. I think they're keeping the offense out there.
Yeah, I think they're going to stick with it. I think they're going to stick with the run. They got a back in Tamarian Stewart, who's just been picking up 2-3 yards a carry here. They bring in George Duggins, number 13, a taller type, probably used as a tight end here. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get something on the perimeter here, maybe an option with a throw late, something to get on the perimeter, pick up some yards.
They need about 1.5 yards. Shotgun formation. Pittman awaits the snap. Keeper all the way. He's got the first down. Look at that surge by the men in white. My goodness. They needed 1.5 yards. They got about 4.5.
They did, and they're setting the tone up front right now. I mean, it's you give them a 4th and 2 and they get 4. You give them 3rd down and 5 and they pick up 6. Right now they're winning that battle of when the yards matter here on those 3rd and 4th downs, and you can see the physicality that Mona Shores is bringing right now. River Rouge has got to try to match that here.
Trip receivers near side, fresh set of downs at the Panther 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Clock running 6.5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 14-0. Mona Shores on top. In the shotgun, back to pass on 1st down. Going up top, wants it all. Near side, overshoots everybody. Johnson, the intended receiver, but great coverage out there on the near side as well. Grant, that pass didn't have a chance.
Yeah, Dejon Wilson, number 14 in coverage there, does a great job of not letting that receiver Jagger Johnson stacking meaning get on top of him. He dictates the route. He pushes Jagger Johnson to the sideline, giving Jonathan Pittman not much room to throw and hit on the outside shoulder. Really good coverage, and that's a hard guy to complete a pass on. I mean, Dejon Wilson standing at 6'1", 185 pounds. There's reasons, as a junior, he's got multiple D1 offers.
2nd and 10 now, with 6:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Flag on the field. That's going to be 15 yards. Grant, I didn't see what happened.
I didn't either. I got somebody for a personal.
Yeah, that's a huge, huge penalty. Moving them all the way back into their territory at the 45-yard line. Their own 45, I might add. Still a conversation going on down on the field. Let's see what this is all about. All right, now we're going to do it. 2nd and 25. Trip receivers near side, one far side. Shotgun formation for Pittman. Pittman going to hand it off to Stewart, and he is blown up this time. 3 different men in black met him, and that's going to be a loss of 1. You don't tackle a load like that for a loss, but that time they got him.
Yeah, and that time they brought the party to the ball right there. Did a good job of getting multiple hats on Tamarian Stewart before he get a full head of steam. And right there, that's what they got to do. They got to protect the dive. Tamarian Stewart in this triple option is the dive running back. He's going to get those quick handoffs up the middle. The D-line has to react, get hands on him, hold him, let the rest of the team come and bring him down.
So 3rd and 26 here on their own 44-yard line. Trip receivers near side. Shotgun formation, per usual, for that quarterback, Jonathan Pittman. The senior looks to the near side, now looks to the far side. Whistles blew. Having a conversation on the near side. Now they're saying go with it. Let's see what they dial up here on 3rd and 26. Man in motion, near side to far. Going over the middle, he's got a man open out there, caught at the 35-yard line and pushed out of bounds at the 34-yard line. How about that conversion? Grant Perry to Duggins.
And right there, I mean, George Duggins, they check him in at tight end. They take out Hunter Kruger. Right there should have been a little bit of an alarm. Hey, we got a taller tight end in here, 3rd down and long. They sneak him down the field for a great conversion. Right there, he runs a corner. He's wide open. In that situation, you want to just try to stay up the field, keep that corner skinny so that you can stay in bounds and then convert that to a touchdown.
Much, much easier 3rd down here. 3rd and 5 now. Shotgun formation. Pittman with 2 receivers near side. Looks near side, throws near side. High pass. Trying to bring that down was McCorvey Hill. but it falls incomplete.
And that's a good job by the River Rouge defense. They're switching up coverages, right? They go man coverage and they go zone right there. Try to get a slant in behind the bubble. They don't find it. Get the turnover on downs they needed.
Hey, when looking for the tools that will turn your curiosity to magic, look no further than Lawrence Technological University. Go to ltu.edu for more information. Lawrence Technological University, be curious, make magic. My apologies, you're right, Grant. I looked at the scoreboard. They still had the 3 up, but that's a turnover on downs. Boy, the Panthers needed something. Now let's see if it can jumpstart that offense. They've had moments here tonight, just haven't been able to do anything sustained. They trail 14-0. When you have a weapon at the quarterback position like you do with Mikhail McDowell and some of the weapons at his disposal, they can strike fast. Man in motion, far side to near, they hand it off. Little space over the right side. That is Keith, Paul Keith. Up to about the 40-yard line. Give him 5, setting up a 2nd and 5.
We've been talking a lot about Tamarian Stewart, number 4, the running back for Mona Shores. You go ahead and copy and paste to the other side for River Rouge. They got another big back in John Paul Keith here, 6'2", 230 pounds. As a senior right now, holds a Wayne State offer. He's a big back looking to punish you on the run.
Shotgun formation on this 2nd and 5. Keeper all the way, blown up, all the way back to the original line of scrimmage. I mean, that might even be back to the 34-yard line. Okay, near official saying right on the 35, but setting up a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and you want to talk about doing it on both sides of the football. Tamarian Stewart right there plays defensive end for this defense as well, and they're just getting a quarterback power. I mean, 2 guys at the point of attack. You get lead blockers, and all Mikhail McDowell has to do is just run and follow his blockers. Right there, Tamarian Stewart beats Jameer Brown, left tackle inside. Tackles from a loss there. Really good play by Tamarian Stewart.
4 receiver set. Sailors show blitz. Let's see if they bring it on this 3rd and 10. They back off. Quarterback draw right up the middle. 1st down. Boy, he knew exactly where he had to get. McDowell made a leap from the 44 and got all the way up to the 46.
3rd down. You're going to see Mona Shores step into that 3-3 stack look, trying to confuse the offensive line where that pressure is coming from. There they run simulated pressure, meaning they only rush 4 guys, but it looks like it's a blitz there, but it leaves a lot of lanes open. Mikhail McDowell finds a lane, picks up a much-needed 1st down here.
Boy, they did need that. 2 receivers split each side. Lone setback, Paul Keith. Fresh set of downs at their own 47. Low snap, McDowell, no problem. He's got time. He looks, he fires in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, William Hobbs.
I think we're going to get a late hit here on Hunter Kruger, 44.
Boy, you can't have that. Your defense is playing so well. You force them into a 2nd and long. And Grant, my goodness.
Yeah, this defense is playing on fire all game, and you love the emotion that they're playing with, but you love controlled emotion. Right there, Hunter Kruger loses it a little bit, playing aggressive, wants to get in the quarterback's head a little bit there, takes it a step too far, hurts the defense. And like you said, Sean, you've been playing really good on defense. You can't give them any free yards there. That's
a big 1st down, all the way down to the 38-yard line. So a legitimate threat here by the Panthers as they trail 14-0. McDowell's shotgun. Going to throw near side, complete up to about the 33. Good 2nd and 3rd effort, maybe up to the 32-yard line. Another newcomer to this team, Cartier Scott Wiley.
Love that play call there. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a run, but it's an RPO. Mikhail McDowell has the opportunity just to take 1 step. If he likes to look backside and just tosses it off, essentially an elongated handoff there. Good completion, and Cartier Scott Wiley fighting through tackles, making this a 2nd down.
2nd down at the 33. Got a false start on the Panthers. Oh, boy. Every time you get a little something going, it's that old 1 step forward, 1 step back routine.
Yeah, and it's more like 1 step forward today, 2 steps backwards. They're really digging themselves a hole here, and they look, just when it looks like their drive's going forward, getting those positive yards, they go ahead and step back here on 2nd down. Thankfully, it's only 2nd down, so you got 2 opportunities here to try to get this first.
2nd and 12 at their own, at the Mona Shores 38-yard line. Sailors show blitz. They back off. Handoff to Keith. Big space up front. Big load inside the 35 down to about the 33-yard line. It's interesting. Saw a lot of Jamari Foster, the junior running back, in the first half, and now it's the senior, Paul Keith, that's getting the looks.
Yeah, and we saw first half Foster just getting tackled in the backfield. They need a guy to get those hard yards, and right now, Paul Keith is the guy.
3rd and 6 now. McDowell with the keeper. He's hit at about the 32-yard line. Minimal gain. Maybe a gain of a yard, setting up a 4th down in what is surely 4-down territory, Grant Perry.
And that's a great job by the Mona Shores defensive key. And, what's the one play this drive that's really been giving us some issues? It's that quarterback draw, and it's hard as a defense. It looks like it's a pass. Everyone takes their drops, and then there's lanes open, right? D linemen, they're slow to their rush, trying to figure out, is it run or pass? Right there, Mikhail McDowell gets tackled there by Jameer Brown. Really good job.
Shotgun formation on this 4th and 5. Claps his hands once, claps them twice. Maybe first trying to get him to jump offside before they call the play. Now looks to the near sideline with 2 receivers split near side, 1 far side. Keith the lone setback on the right hip. 4th and 5. There's the snap, low snap. Pressure comes. He fires outside. Incomplete. We got a flag on the play, though. Who's that going against, Grant Perry?
I think we're going to get a hold here on 72, Jalen Pitts.
Declined, and the Sailors take over. Boy, this defense has been the story here tonight, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. And that's Hunter Kruger right there drawing that penalty there. He's coming off the edge, defensive end, just flying around there. And Jalen Pitts has no choice but to hold him.
Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Family, not just the name of the company, but the way they do business. I can attest to that. They service my home. I think a lot of homes are going to be turning on the heat real soon, Grant Perry. Kind of chilly here tonight. But on the Mona Shore side, the warmth of a 14-0 lead. Trip receivers near side as they start this drive on their own 33-yard line with that 14-0 lead. Pittman in the shotgun. You see Stewart move over to the right hip. Going to hand it off here. No keeper. Up over the 35. Brought down to about the 37-yard line. But again, you'll take 4 yards every pop.
Absolutely. And that's number 4 there, Daryl Folks. He's the guy that made the tackle right there. Got a little bit of a stinger. Only a sophomore, but plays exceptionally well. Saw a lot of time last year as a freshman due to some injuries in that linebacker core. Him and Ronald Berry, number 26, are 2 young guys. They're going to have a really good career here at River Rouge.
Trip receivers near side on this 2nd and 7. Now stepping out, looking to the far sideline, Jonathan Pittman. 1 minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Mona Shores in control, and the ball up 14-0. Pittman sends a man in motion again. The give is to Stewart. Tries the right side of the line over the 40. Brought down at the 41-yard line. A 3rd and short, forthcoming from their own 41-yard line.
That's a really good block there on the end line of scrimmage there by number 57, Chandler Mendendor. Really good job of just pressing down on that defensive end. And yeah, it wasn't a touchdown run, but those 3-4 yards that they pick up on 2nd down really make these 3rd downs much more easily convertible.
And a big one here. Make no mistake about it. You know the Sailors would love nothing more than to have one of those time-consuming drives. Shotgun formation. Pittman on the keeper. Tries to follow his blockers. 1st down. Good surge over the left side of that line all the way up to the 45-yard line. And that's going to be the last play of this 3rd quarter. The clock stops momentarily. They'll reset it in just a moment with 4.9 seconds remaining. And we'll start the 4th quarter with the Sailors from Mona Shores holding a 14-0 lead and a 1st and 10 at their own 45. We'll come back. 4th quarter of play action next right here on the State Champs Network and Local 4 Plus.
At Hungry Howie's, we're famous for flavor, and this is our Chief Flavor Officer. Every hour of every day, our CFO obsesses over the tastiest ingredients to craft the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's making this summer the summer of flavor. Try Hungry Howie's all-new Backyard Burger Pizza, or pick up a Pickle Bacon Ranch Pizza for a limited time only. Order a large for just $14.99 each.
Hungry?
Howie's! At Alto Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alto Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Bogan, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alto Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Welcome back here to River Rouge. Mona Shores leading this one 14-0 as we begin the fourth quarter. Well, on September 20th, Mona Shores is set to host their annual Sailor Salute game where they honor members of the military as well as first responders. They started doing this game back in 2014, and each year, you guys, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. A couple things you can expect out of a Sailor Salute game. Maybe a pregame flyover, a motorcycle parade, a helicopter appearance. Who knows? The options are endless. But with speaking with Coach Koviak, he said it's really important for us to be able to honor these people, saying that we're able to play football every Friday night, and without them, it just simply wouldn't be possible. So we're super excited to see what that Sailor Salute game holds this year, guys.
Oh, isn't that great? Look at those unis, too. Oh, beauts. No doubt about that. So many great things happening all over the state. So, yeah, absolutely. Mona Shores, we salute you for that. 1st and 10 for the Sailors with that 14-0 lead on their own 45-yard line. They start with trips far side, man in motion. The give is to Stewart. Boy, he just carries people up to the 49-yard line. Looked like he was stopped about a yard and a half in, and you just see that big body keep moving, keep those big tree trunk legs moving.
Yeah, he's got one job, and it's to move forward full speed and let the quarterback either give you the ball or not, right? So you're moving, you're not knowing if you're going to get the ball. As soon as that thing hits his belly, man, he's hitting it with a full head of steam, and usually that first guy to the tackle is sitting there, oh, my goodness, he's running right past me with a 230-pound back. Not much you can do in that situation.
Timeout on the field. A Panther player on the far side of the field. I couldn't see the number. Kind of went down as they were setting up that defense. And he's sitting out there. Trainer's looking to him now. Was that Don Paul Keith? Thank you very much. Helping him to his feet. He's walking gingerly to this side of the field, but the good news is he's doing it on his own. So 11:36 remains here in this fourth quarter. Sailors with a 14-0 lead face a 2nd and 7 on their side of the 50 on the 48, but Grant with the ability to really eat some important time off the clock here.
Yeah, if you're Mona Shores, you're in the driver's seat right now. You got a 2-score lead. Your defense has been playing out of this world. You got an offense that is built to eat clock and run the football with a back that can do it and a quarterback that's been in these situations and can run just as well. Yeah, right now River Rouge has got an upfield battle.
That 6'2", 205-pound quarterback, Jonathan Pittman, starts in the shotgun formation, looks to the far side to see what Coach Koziak wants. Moves Stewart just behind him with a man in motion. Little miscommunication there, and the smart play by Pittman was just to fall down and take a minimal loss as opposed to trying to be a hero, Grant.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where the experience steps in, right? You get a young guy that's in that situation. He gets double-A blitz from the backers, and the play shuts down. He can't even get the handoff off. He's probably going to try to bounce outside, try to make something better happen. But in that case, you lose yards there. Jonathan Pittman just goes down, understands, hey, this play is not going to go anywhere. Let's live to see a third down here, and that's what they did.
3rd and a long 10 now for the Sailors. At their own 46-yard line. Trip receivers near side, one on the far side, Stewart the lone back. 10.5 to go here in the 4th quarter. Swings it out of the backfield, caught. Big tackle. Flag comes flying, but a big tackle. It looked like Johnson was a step away from getting to the edge, but great job bringing him down. Let's see what the flag's all about, Grant. Hold against the Sailors. Holding it is.
You get those holding calls a lot when you get those plays that are attacking horizontally. Those linemen, all of a sudden, they're like, oh, my guy's going outside. You try to fight the block, and eventually he gets outside your frame. And that's where you see a lot of those holding calls when that play is outside of the area in which the lineman originally thought it was going to be.
Going to move them back to the 40-yard line, clock running. 3rd down at the 40-yard line. Shotgun formation, man in motion. Back to pass on this 3rd long. Going up top. Wants it all. Far side of the field. Great coverage. Flags fly late.
Let's see what this one is. I mean, it looks like it's going to be in the area of a pass interference.
You could probably hear the coaches up here yelling. And let's look at the replay. I can still hear them saying that ball was not catchable. We'll take a look at the replay, and we'll let you be the judge at home. And Grant Perry, you can be the judge here as well.
Yeah, so throwing it to Jagger Johnson, number 2. And yeah, I mean, he's face guarding him, making contact through the play. If the receiver can't get back to the football, it's a pass interference right there. You have to get your hands back, your head back. Right there, he plays through the face. And, with Jagger Johnson already falling down, doesn't make the play look any better. So that's a situation in which if you're River Rouge right there, you want to try to stay off the receiver, just get a hand up, try to get your eyes back, limit the contact.
Did you see John Kidd right on top of that? Yeah, good camera view there. And I'll tell you what, I think the guys are going to see it. That ball landed in bounds.
Yeah, I mean, it was right there. And Jagger Johnson, I mean, you watch his tape, he makes 2 of those catches a game. I mean, the way he can control his body, stay in bounds, turn his body and catch it. I mean, that's not out of the realm for Jagger Johnson catching that football.
1st down now at the 45-yard line. 2 receivers outside, 1 inside. This is exactly what the Sailors want. Able to take some time off the clock. The give is to Stewart. Some space over the right side of the line. Another penalty. Hey, the Sailors love this, Grant. Hey, they're holding on to the ball. They can blow off clock with 10:14 to go here. Hey, Hungry Howie's is a great partner of the State Champs Network, Mr. Football, and Anvil Awards. Hungry Howie's original flavored crust pizza. Order your pizza at hungryhowies.com. I got 2 choices to order my pizza tomorrow. I can watch your Michigan Wolverines take on Texas, or I can watch my Michigan State Spartans take on the Maryland Terrapins. I have a great idea. In the interest of being fair, I'll get 1 pizza for each game.
Smart, man. Way to divvy it up.
Thank you very much.
Way to divvy it up there.
1st and 15 for the Sailors on the midfield stripe. Throwing outside, completing outside. Look out, 40, 30, 25. Oh, touchdown saving tackle inside the 25-yard line. Boy, Johnson's been dangerous tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. And we really haven't been able to see him get that down the field, that threat right there. He takes a hitch, turns outside, and you can see his quickness and his burst, the ability to start and stop that engine. Fantastic job there of just catching a 5-yard curl route right here on the cornerback, and then just turning up and doing the rest of the work here. Look at the speed here, making the guy miss, and then it's a one-on-one race versus the safety. Number 3, Nate Stallworth, takes a great angle and brings him down there, saves a touchdown.
1st and 10 at the Panther 25-yard line. Muskegon in control here, up by 2 touchdowns, looking to add to it with 9:55 on the clock. Shotgun formation, Pittman back to pass, throws once again to Johnson. Pass is caught at the 17. He spun out of bounds, but Grant, not before they pick up, I think, 8. Let's see where they mark it. I think that's going to be a gain of 7, as a matter of fact.
The old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If those cornerbacks aren't going to start getting in your face, start pressing you, go ahead and throw that hitch again. That's what they do. They complete it, convert it, make it a 2nd down and short.
2nd down. They gave him 5 on that play. 2nd and 5. Sailors in control, looking to add to it. Going to keep it on the ground to Stewart. This time he's bottled up in the backfield, and a very rare tackle for a loss. Ball came loose after the pile, but it had long been whistled dead. Setting up a 3rd, and we'll call it 7 from the 22-yard line.
And that's what we call selling out for the run right there. You know, just taking everyone inside the box and saying, hey, understand that we're going to sell out for the run here. All of our chips are pushed in saying, hey, Tamarian Stewart or Jonathan Pittman's going to get that football. They guessed right there. Halfback dive. Just know where to go with that one. And that's why I think you've been seeing so many throws this drive is River Rouge saying, hey, we're going to load this box, try to beat us one-on-one. And right now, Jagger Johnson and company have really been helping them get down the field here on this drive.
Well, they're going to mark him. That's going to be a loss. I'm waiting to see the official mark down there. That's going to be a loss of 2, setting up what should be a 3rd and 7. Big 3rd down.
Don't be surprised if they try to hit one of these outside routes. Go route, they're pressing right now.
Back to pass, Pittman. Going up top again, looking for Johnson again. This one incomplete. So that stops the clock with 8.5 to go, but it's decision time now for the Sailors. That's a long field goal. That would be a field goal of about 40 yards. My guess is they're just going to go for it the good old-fashioned way here, Grant.
Yeah, I think you're right, Sean. And one thing is, DeJon Wilson, he's given up some hitch routes, but he hasn't gotten beat deep. He's fantastic in phase. When the go route's on, he gets in phase, stacks the receiver, gives Jonathan Pittman no room to throw that ball on the outside.
Here we go. Big 4th down here. And this isn't just about, getting another score on the board. Mona Shores would love to get about 8 yards here for the 1st down. They're going to take a timeout so they could churn more of that clock off. Keep the ball out of your opponent's hands. No doubt about that. Hey, you want to go in the time machine? Let's flash back to when Muskegon Mona Shores won the Division II state title. They took down Detroit King in 2019 and then repeated the following year in 2020 over Warren De La Salle, led by Mr. Football finalist River Rouge. Actually had the privilege of calling that game. Pretty cool.
That story about River Rouge and the touchdowns he scored versus Holland, that was incredible hearing about that. Was it 5 different touchdowns in a matter of the first quarter?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And then the first play of the second quarter, Coach Koziak said that he was involved in a punt block, almost picked it up and scored on that. Talk about legendary.
He was phenomenal. I'll say it again. Good-looking jerseys both, but I kind of like the all-baby blue look. I'm not going to lie. Here they are in the white jersey, baby blue numbers, baby blue pants, and helmet. In a big 4th, and we'll call it 7.5. Shotgun formation, Pittman looking, firing, completing at the 11-yard line. Guess who? Mr. Johnson. Big 1st down to the 11.
Yeah, great throw, great catch. Understanding, hey, we've been beating them on the hitch routes. The go routes, we've thrown a couple right there. They're seeing it. They get Micah Carafel right there to run a quick comeback, get right to the sticks, break it off. He catches it for a 1st down there on DeJon Wilson. They get another receiver out there trying to switch up the look on DeJon Wilson, the tall D1 prospect. And they do a good job of converting. And just like you said, Sean, sitting here with the ball, first down, and they get to choose some more clock.
That was Carafel. My apologies. Good eyes. I thought that was 2 on the far side of the field. Carafel certainly had his moments here tonight as well. Timeout on the field, 8:02 to go. Fresh set of downs for the Sailors. They're loving this. They've been holding on to the ball and a 2-touchdown lead. I think that's an official's timeout as opposed to either one of the team doing it. So looks like he's working on the chain on the far side of the field. You want to go flashback again? Let's flash back to 2019 when River Rouge was in the Division III final, taking on Muskegon. Panthers, led by Coach Corey Parker, beat Muskegon 30-7 for its first state title in state history. Having a conversation now, trying to fix that chain. I believe they did it. Coach Parker, always a good man to deal with at the University of Illinois now. Keeping it on the ground. Stewart inside the 10, moves the pile with him, but the pile pushes back at about the 9-yard line. But most importantly, Grant, look at that clock tick down.
And then Mona Shores, they're going to take their time. They're going to rush in and switch personnel. They're going to take their time trying to milk this clock, figure out where they can find advantages here in the run game. Expect them to keep it on the ground here as they've been dominant all game here, unless they load the box. And we've seen it in the first quarter, second quarter there, where they threw a one-on-one matchup to Dom Piggy, number 8. They got the cover 0 look they wanted, and they converted. So you got to be aware of that, too, if you're River Rouge. But right now, try to sell it and stop this run.
2nd and 8, just inside the 10. They can get a first down just inside the 2. Going to keep it on the ground. Keeper this time. He dives forward, maybe to the 7-yard line. I think they're going to probably mark that back at the 8. We'll wait for the official's spot. And this will be a 3rd and about 6. Now there is a timeout. We've got a Panther down on the field. Hope the young man's okay. A couple of his teammates standing over him. Now the trainer's out there to have a conversation as well. Hey, Muskegon Mona Shores has a proud hockey program as well. There's our buddy. Gave him a shout out earlier. Coach Benedict, who's the head coach right now. The Sailors won the Division II state title in 2000. And did you know that former Detroit Red Wing Justin Abdelkader played at Mona Shores, graduated in 2005, and he won the Mr. Hockey Award back in 2004. Justin Abdelkader, of course, went on to Michigan State, was part of a national champion team at Michigan State. Anybody that knows me knew that I had to throw that in there. Nobody should be surprised that I threw that in there. Big 3rd down here. 3rd, and we're going to call it 6 from about the 8-yard line. Again, you can get a first down just inside the 2. I think Mona Shores would love nothing more than to do that. Let the clock run a little bit more, take another 30, 40 seconds off the clock. Now Pittman, looking to the far side. Stewart, the lone back, 2 receivers split near side. 2 far side, sends a man in motion far to near. Reverse, inside the 5, touchdown. Touchdown, Sailors. Bothwell. Davis, Bishop Davis gets the carry, easy. 1, 2, 3, and into the end zone.
And look at this. They're going to send a guy in motion to get see what they're in, right? Oh, man coverage. We know what we like. We like it. We got a front block by Tamarian. Stewart leading the way, and it's a reverse. So they're in man coverage. That means Bishop Davis's guy has to travel all the way across the formation in order just to be equal with him. There, he gets a head start with the motion. They lead him in. He's untouched. Really good play call there on 3rd and 6.
Boy, you could feel some of the air come out of the balloon on this side of the field as well. That's a huge touchdown. Point after, snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So a daunting task for the home team now as we take a look at the replay. Grant Perry.
Here we go. It's going to look like it's a counter going left, but they got pullers at the front side. Everything moves to the left, but everything's coming back to the right here. Bishop Davis on the reverse. Really good play call. Getting the River Rouge defense to flow one way and send everyone back the other.
Well, they haven't been able to do much offensively. They have to do a lot offensively now, and they have to do it quickly. 3 timeouts left, 6:27 on the clock, but they're down 21-0. Hey, the Construction Association of Michigan provides a vast array of resources, services, information, and training to our diverse membership in Michigan's construction industry. Go to buildwithcam.com for more info. Well, I'll tell you what, they take their band and halftime entertainment very seriously. Really, really enjoyed the halftime entertainment here. They had some dancers out there. The band did a great rendition. Right now, it's the Sailors doing a great job on the field as they hold a 21-0 lead here in River Rouge. And let me tell you something. That sun went down. It's really cold. Short kick there. Ball bounced loose for a second. It was touched by the Panthers, but he was able to cover it. That would have been a disaster. But the Panthers take over, and they've got good field position as well on their own 48-yard line.
Mona Shores tries to sneak in a little, quick squib onside to catch River Rouge slipping, trying to get the ball back just to really, truly eat away all the clock. Right there, number 20, Robert Dixon stays alive, gets the ball, corrals it, and gives, like you said, Sean, here, River Rouge an opportunity with some of their best field position they've had all night.
Let's see what Coach Petway and his staff decide to do here. They've got a quarterback that's seen a little bit of everything. As we've mentioned a few times here tonight, Mikhail McDowell, 3-year starter. He's going to start out with trip receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side, checking in that shotgun formation. 1st and 10 at their own 47. McDowell back to pass. Pressure comes backside. Down he goes. Boy, another big tackle by Hunter Kruger.
Here we go, Hunter Kruger. I mean, we've been saying his name all night. He's been winning on the edge against these linemen. Gets to a point in which Jameer Brown doesn't want to hold, so he lets him go. And Hunter Kruger, I mean, the relentlessness, the returning starter, the captain, number 44, Hunter Kruger, is setting the tone here late in the fourth quarter.
That's a big loss, setting up a 2nd and 15. Taking another 45 seconds off the clock. McDowell going to swing it outside. Pass is caught at the 30. It makes one man miss. Tries to spin his way out of trouble. At about the 47, he's pushed out of bounds, but I think he's going to get fresh 15 here as well.
Yep, it looks like George Duggins, number 13, their safety, tall, rangy safety, the junior transfer from Spring Lake. Just a little too much after the out of bounds there.
Yeah, they needed a little bonus. That's a big bonus all the way into Sailor territory and a first down at the Sailor 41-yard line.
Sean, has River Rouge been in the red zone tonight?
I don't think so. I really don't. It's amazing how well this defense has played. As I said, I think it's the story of the night.
Yep.
And that's incredible when you think of some of the individual efforts here tonight. McDowell trying to make a little magic himself. Back to pass on this first down. Lots of time. Looking, runs out of time, down he goes. Back at the 42-yard line. Great coverage downfield by that Sailor defense. And they would not allow the dangerous McDowell to get out of the pocket. That's going to be a sack and a loss of 2.
And coming in tonight, we said that Mikhail McDowell has fantastic ability to keep the plays alive. But that's when you have time in the pocket. That's when you get outside the pocket. And that's when the coverage breaks down downfield. But right here, the D-line was relentless in their pursuit. The coverage downfield was great. And Mikhail McDowell had no option there.
Flags fly, and I think this is going to be motion. It is indeed. Boy, they got a free 15, and then there's a sack for -2, and now motion. And that's kind of been the story of this offense tonight, Grant.
Yep, they just haven't found their rhythm. It hasn't been clicking for them. They haven't found a set of plays that gets them 4, 5, 15 yards. They haven't had any real explosive plays that have put them in scoring territory. And just when it looks like they're going to approach the red zone, like you said, sack, and then now another penalty.
2nd and 17 now. Keeper all the way trying to middle of that line. Boy, he took a big hit in there. Somebody held him up, and then one of those linebackers darted in and really put a good shot on him. He gets up to the 46. That's a 2-yard gain, but if you're the Sailors, you take that all day. Keep the clock rolling, but unfortunately a Sailor down on the ground. Do you see who it was?
Yeah, I believe it was 10, Tyson Terpstra. Hopefully he's okay. He was flying in there. Made a good hit on the quarterback there.
Hey, on September 27th, Mona Shores will play their rivals from Muskegon. Always a battle when they play each other for Muskegon bragging rights. Some good football for many, many years in the Muskegon area. I like this Mona Shores team. This is a team that's going to be very dangerous. If they can keep this team healthy, and hopefully it starts with young Tyson Terpstra, who they're helping to his feet right now. They can keep this team healthy. This team's going to be dangerous well into the playoffs, Grant.
Yeah, they say offense wins you games and defense wins you championships. Well, defense is playing darn well, and the offense is too. So, I mean, that's a dangerous combination.
3rd and 15 now for this Panther offense. 4:18 to go here in this fourth quarter. Up by 21 are the Sailors. Trip receivers far side, one near side. McDowell in that shotgun formation. They need a big play and pronto. Low snap, pressure comes from the outside. McDowell steps up, there's a flag. He's going to throw that ball away, but I think this one's coming back too, Grant.
Yep, I think they're going to get 72 Jalen Pitts here on a hold. This Mona Shores defense is showing why speed is very crucial here in the pursuit of the football.
As we mentioned, Pitts is a mountain of a man. 6'7", 345 pounds, heading to Howard. So they're going to move him back from about the 46-yard line. By the way, scoring update, how about Warren De La Salle with a 35-13 victory over Detroit King?
Wow. Got to see both those teams at the PKC last week.
Big win for the Pilots. What did Anthony Batante do for an encore? Maybe we'll find that out. 3rd and a mile. We'll call it 25. Back at their own 44-yard line. McDowell back to pass. Looks over the middle. Complete. He's got to do some work to get the first down, and he does. A little juke at the last second at about the 34-yard line. Fell forward to the 33. Ooh, I think they're going to say he's just short. This is going to be 4th and short, I think, Grant. I thought he got there, but no, the official on the far side, he's got the best view. I'm not going to argue with him. 4th and short. So big play here. McDowell, keeper all the way. No problem. As Rasheed Wallace would say, ball don't lie. He surges past the 30-yard line for a first down to the 29. Another lineman down, but he gets up. Glad to see that. That was Deshaun Wright that was laying on his stomach, and then he pulled himself up. So fresh set of downs now for the Panthers. In business at the 30-yard line. McDowell, shotgun formation, rolls near side. Looks near side, in trouble. Escapes trouble. Throws it into the end zone. Touchdown! What a grab by the newcomer, William Hobbs. Wow. Play starts with the quarterback's ability to keep the play alive, Grant.
Yep, and just when it looked like the play was over, Mikhail McDowell steps out of a tackle, finds his receiver downfield, communicates mid-play, says, hey, turn it up, we got leverage, tells him to get downfield. William Hobbs sees the sign language, turns up the sideline, catches that ball, really good throw there. And like we said earlier in this game, that's the ability that you can see on tape of Mikhail McDowell's ability to keep the play alive, and he hasn't had too many of those opportunities. This Mona Shores defense has been fantastic, and their pursuit to the quarterback. But right there, they let McDowell slip out, and he makes a great throw and makes him pay late here in this fourth quarter.
Well, 21-6 game, and they're electing to go for two here. McDowell in the shotgun, claps his hands, rolls near side, looking, firing, back of the end zone, incomplete. Incomplete. So it's 21-6 with 2:45 to go here as we take a look at this replay.
And here you see William Hobbs right there. He sees the sign language saying, all right, I'm open. But then he sees Mikhail McDowell getting outside the pocket. He turns upfield, and Micah Carafell just a little too late to the football there. That's a good scramble drill, and that's what really Mikhail McDowell can do when he gets time to provide some extra play there.
Hey, make sure you check out our next Game Time Live broadcast. We have an OAA Red Division matchup as Rochester Adams hosts West Bloomfield. Make sure you watch it here on our State Champs YouTube channel and also on the Local 4 Plus on Friday, September 13th, starting at 7 o'clock. Should be a good one next week, Grant.
Absolutely. West Bloomfield's taking on Groves tonight. Interested to see what the update on that one is. When we get it, we'll give it to you guys.
Wild game in Brazil right now, in case you're wondering. The Green Bay Packers have jumped out to a 19-14 lead over the Eagles with 5:11 to go in the second quarter. Jaden Reed, are you familiar with his work?
I think he's a Spartan, isn't he?
He is.
Okay.
Did you see that layup?
Yeah, he did.
Jaden Reed, a 33-yard touchdown run, and a 70-yard touchdown reception.
2 for the kid.
You got it.
Hey, I'll take that. I got Jordan Love on my fantasy team. I'll take that all day.
So I'm going to assume there is a onside kick attempt coming, right? With 2:45 to go, down 15.
You see the huddle tight. Everyone's listening to their assignment. There's definitely some type of play here being designed to try to get them the ball back as quick as possible.
Time certainly a factor. The score the biggest factor. It's 21-6. 2:45 to go. Only 2 timeouts as well. Why don't we take another flashback? The Michigan High School Athletic Association celebrating its 100th year. And we take a look at the River Rouge boys basketball team. They had a juggernaut back in the day. How about this? From 1954 to 1972, the Panthers won 12 Class B state championships. My goodness gracious.
Prior to the three-point line there.
Yeah. Thanks to my buddy Chuck for handing me all those tidbits all night. Here we go. Onside attempt forthcoming. Surely. Looks like he's aiming to the near side here. Taking his time, letting the suspense build. Maybe letting those butterflies churn a little bit in the belly. Here it comes, near side, gets the second bounce, and recovered by Muskegon Mona Shores. Got the bounce he wanted, but it was James Starr falling on it back at the 45-yard line. A flag flies at the very end of that play. Don't know what that was about. But a pretty good attempt there. You get that second bounce and to bounce off the first player, and you're giving yourself a chance.
Yeah, that was a really good kick there. I mean, you got exactly what you wanted. I mean, that thing is waiting to take its second bounce right before it gets to the
This one's going against the Sailors. Were you on the hands team, Grant?
I was.
Tell us what's going through your mind right here.
Right here, you're waiting for that second bounce. You're seeing it. You know it's going to take that first bounce. This is technically the first bounce right here, but you know it's going to take another one. Right there, you're going to try to get on it because that's going to hit 10 yards right there at the 50, but Micah Carafell touches it, but great job by the rest of the upbacks there of corralling the football, and those are tough. I mean, you're trying to read the bounce. You can only practice that so much, right? You get a short amount of time in practice there, and half the time it doesn't go to you. It goes to other guys around you. So when you get that opportunity to catch one of those, you know, it's tough, but when you do it, it feels good.
So Jonathan Pittman brings the offense back on the field. 2:45 to go. 21-6 lead. Trip receivers far side, one in motion now to the near side. Keeper all the way by Pittman. He's got a first down and more out past the 40, up to about the 42-yard line. Boy, good explosion there by Pittman.
And they had a two-way go there, a little power read action. So the running back and Jonathan Pittman are just sitting there, and they're waiting to see what the defense gives them. He gets a pull read, meaning the quarterback keeps it, and he explodes through that line of scrimmage. And you can see his experience there, understanding, hey, I know defenders are around me. I got my 10 yards. Let's just go down. Let's play another set of downs there. Good job.
Choosing not to use these timeouts. Clock runs. Mona Shores is cool with that. Clock running at 2:20, 2:19 to go. 21-6, the lead. Barring a catastrophic miracle, Muskegon Mona Shores is going to start this season with 2 good wins. Going to hand it off to Stewart. Try the right side of the line. This time he's going to be bowled up back at the 41. Another loss for a tackle. And that'll set up second, and we'll call it, how about 12?
Jordan Farrow in on that tackle, number 90, the Toledo commit, one of the best D tackles in the state. And he's had his hands full tonight. I mean, when you get a power back like Tamarian Stewart running at you all night, you got to pick and choose your battles there. And right now, Mona Shores is winning the battle up front.
Well, just think of a young man. He's 6'3", 275 now. Just wait till he gets to college. They are going to bulk that young man up.
Absolutely.
2nd and 12 here for the Sailors. Clock at 1:20 to go. Pitch, caught in the backfield. Nice cut to avoid that. Can't avoid the pack at about the 40-yard line, and he's brought down at about the line of scrimmage with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in this game. Panthers are going to have to regroup. This is a good football team. Make no mistake about it as you take a look at Mona Shores' schedule forthcoming. Flint Hamady, big one against Byron Center, as we mentioned, that road game against Muskegon. In the meantime, the Panthers are going to have to regroup here after this loss here today. We'll take a look at the Panthers' schedule in just a moment. In the meantime, 30 seconds remaining. Trip receivers near side. Man in motion. They're going to keep it all the way. Pittman going to carry. He's hitting the backfield, and he's pushed back. But I have a feeling that's going to be the last play of the game. It is indeed. Taking on St. John's Jesuit next week. Lick their wounds and get back at it. But today, make no mistake about it, Grant Perry, Muskegon Mona Shores, defensively, really the story. But they come away with a well-deserved 21-6 victory.
I mean, lights out. I mean, we came into this game, we both, all talking before game, this is going to be a really good matchup. Both offenses got a lot of players. Turned out to be the defense to shine tonight.
We'll come back and wrap it up for you after a big road win by Muskegon Mona Shores. Your final score, the Sailors 21 and the River Rouge Panthers 6.
Has extended our biggest Labor Day sale for one final Saturday. So this is for you, Detroit. Take an extra 25% off and no interest for 60 months and free same-day delivery. Plus, we lowered prices to save you more, like sofas slashed to $295. Just 2 days remain to get the biggest savings of the year. Don't overpay and don't miss the Gardner White Labor Day sale. Final Saturday 10 to 9.
Welcome back to River Rouge, where Muskegon Mona Shores with a very impressive 21-6 victory over the River Rouge Panthers here tonight. We're going to go down to Kara Lyles down on the field in just a moment. So many options for player of the game. Let's take a look and see who Kara has down on the field. Take it away, Kara.
Well, Jonathan, you had 3 different teammates end up in the end zone tonight. Just how important is that for you as a quarterback to be able to trust your other offensive weapons?
It's great. I mean, with guys building confidence, getting in the end zone, it just helps us later in the season. We got a tough schedule. I've said this many times in past interviews. So, just guys getting to the end zone early is really going to help us later in the season, them playing with more confidence as we get later into the season.
And your defense was a huge story in this game, only allowing 1 touchdown. Just how impressive were they for you guys tonight?
They just make plays. They play for us. Offense depends on the defense, and defense depends on the offense, and defense really just showed out tonight.
Well, your coach said you guys have a road warrior type of mentality. You hit the road again next week to go to Flint Hammondy. How do you keep this momentum going?
Just keep fighting and just sticking with it. We came here a little late and we had to just get right on the field and warm up. We just got to accept the circumstances how they are and just do our best.
Congratulations and good luck the rest of the season.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, Sean and Grant, going to send it back up to you guys.
Kara, all night. Can't thank the crew enough. The best crew in the business. Fun night here. Grant, another outstanding time with you tonight. Let's do it again next Friday, shall we?
Hey, see you there.
Does that sound good?
Absolutely.
For everybody involved, I want to thank most importantly you for inviting us into your TVs, your computers, your phones, whatever the case may be. Thank you for checking us out on the State Champs Network and Local 4+. For everybody involved, my name is Sean Belegian saying good night from River Rouge.
State Champs Sports Network is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. Visit ltu.edu today. State Champs Game Time Live is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza, home of the original flavored crust pizza. State Champs Game Time Live is also brought to you by Reaction Technologies. Up your game. Go to reactiontechnologies.com for more information. The Construction Association of Michigan, the voice of the construction industry in Michigan. Alta Equipment, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider, proudly representing the industry's top brands. Get the right equipment for your project every time with Alta Equipment. And the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.